MCS history.
Who will be the champion? Do you have what it takes to be crowned the Madden 22 GOAT? Year after year, greatness happens. Stars are born and legacies are cemented. To be known as the greatest. This year, there are 3 qualifying tournaments, all with the opportunity to earn crucial MCS points and a share of the $650,000 prize pool.
Laser, come on!
Each event is conducted in 3 phases, all played in Madden Ultimate Team Mode. Starting out with ladder play, competitors go head-to-head to climb to the top of the leaderboard and earn a spot in the next phase. The top 8 from each console receive 2 buys in the online elims, which feature 232 competitors per console, but you still have to win to make it in. Then it's time to shine, where the lights are the brightest as the top 4 competitors from each side of the bracket square off in the live event. A single elimination tournament where a champion will be crowned. At the end of the 3rd qualifying tournament, the top 12 players with the most MCS points will punch their ticket to the Ultimate Madden Bowl, with 2 more joining from the Last Chance qualifier.
Come on!
The MCS 22 journey culminates Super Bowl week with the Ultimate Madden Bowl. 14 competitors will battle it out for a share of the historic $1 million prize pool. Now the winner, they'll be taking home a cool $250,000 and the right to be called the Madden 22 GOAT. Winning has never been more important. The stakes have never been higher. The journey to being crowned the Madden 22 GOAT continues.
Wild cards. By their very nature, they have a very low probability, but they can have the highest impact. They disrupt the status quo, turning the expected into unexpected with a simple flip of the wrist. And it's the chance at witnessing an unprecedented upset that brings us to our feet.
No way. No way. He's gonna get it. Let's go. Let's go.
It's why we never leave the table and why tonight we're all in. With wild cards, impossible dreams are being chased. The Madden Ultimate Wild Card is next.
If I'm alive, no one deserves to be the champion. No one to go. Okay. I won't ever come down. About it. I'm the cheat code, beat them bad, they ain't gon' speak about it. Sick 'em, pick 'em apart on game day. Beat you like you owe me money, a milli on payday. Big money's on the line, I'ma be the GOAT. 22 is money on my mind, and if you bad at Madden NFL, then you ain't gon' be here for long. If I put you on, that mean that you play your position. If I'm alive, no one deserves to be the champion. No one to go. Okay.
Only 4 players remain in our Ultimate Wildcard 22 bracket. Only one will be crowned a champion. We're handing out a belt at the end of tonight, and we are so happy to have you guys along with us. A big thank you once again to Ryan Clark for the introduction, and of course filling in for Kimmy Check. She got married over the holidays. A big congratulations to her and her husband on their nuptials. I am Nick Nazesko. Joining me for this belt day here in the MCS is none other than the bus button broadcasting, Mr. Tyler Davis, most electrifying man in esports, one great user, and somebody who's going to be competing in the Madden Bowl and looking for a belt himself, Clef the God, joining us all weekend long. We'll hear from these guys in a second, but first, I want to set you up for the day because we had a stacked day one here in the wild card, and let's show you how those matchups ended up. Spam and Button started off the day with a massive upset, knocking off the number 1 seed, Noah, up next, 34-33. We followed that up with a couple of games on the bottom side of the bracket. Carry Q over Voltrax and Wesley over Don't Care About Ice. That's going to be a fun battle, and we closed out the night with the main event. Dreeny and Henry, two of the best in the game. 26-20, it was Henry with the win over Dreeny. It was in overtime. We had 2 OT games yesterday. We had nothing but close matchups, and we're hoping for the same today because at the end of the day, these games today are going to be stacked, and we're handing out a belt at the end of the day. So let's talk a little bit about the matchups that we have today. Let's start with Tyler Davis. TD, who do you have your eye on today? Who are you watching as somebody who could possibly take home that belt at the end of the night?
Yeah, first of all, I'm just so excited. Here we are, the money on the line, the belt's on the line, but the glory is the most important thing. One of these guys is going to cement their legacy in Madden history. But I'm really looking at Spam and Buttons, kind of the underdog in this Final Four field. He's really come on to the scene these last few years. But yesterday, I was just super impressed with how calm, how cool, how relaxed he was in that huge game against Noah. So I'm really looking to see what Spam can do here in our first matchup of the night.
Yeah, I got Henry, man. I got my eye on Henry. Henry been here before so many times. He Mr. Consistent, man. He always so close. He took down Dreeny. He got all the momentum, man. I think just everything's lining up after he fought his way back, scratched to get in that game. It's all lining up for him to win his first belt, man. And when he win that first one, we all know the talent is there. When he get one, it's not a matter of how many he gonna get. It might 2, 3, 4. The kid got talent, man.
Hey, man, I got to first say, man, the drip check tonight, you know, this is the first time I'm getting to see Clef the God, and he ain't playing. Championship Sunday, he knew to bring it. I see my guy Ty. Listen, Nick, don't make that face. You still looking sharp with the blazer, my guy. You stepped it up long way from, you know, the brownie shirts, man. You're looking good. But listen, my guy Henry, I need to see what he's rocking. That's going to depend on the energy I think he's going to bring. But I think Wesley on the other side is going to have his hands full with Carry Q. somehow Kerry Q is a guy, he shouldn't be here in my opinion. I always feel like he's not that good, but he always makes plays because he runs on unorthodox stuff off meta, and that might be the key today for us seeing a shocker and a new champion.
Clef, I'm curious, you're somebody who's always preached how important confidence it is when it comes to winning Madden games, especially in the MCS. How much confidence can Spam and Buttons get from yesterday's win over Noah, that pick to seal it on the 2-point conversion? How much confidence does he have to have coming into this game?
Oh, he's soaring, man. He's soaring with confidence. He beat Noah. Noah, the number one player in the world right now. He just came off the belt. And like I always say, that first game is the toughest game. You know, you come into that game, you nervous. I don't care who you are, what experience level you got, you nervous. So to get that first win and the way he did it in the clutch, to have to come up and make those plays, you know, he's feeling great.
Well, gentlemen, it wouldn't be a big show if we don't get some predictions, because at the end of the night, we're handing out a belt, so we got to call somebody the mush at the end of it, and we're hoping that it's not User. Let's start off with User himself, because User, I know you like to go last usually. I'm going to make you go first here. Spam and Buttons taking on Henry. We might have seen a different side of Henry coming back in that game against Drini. Does he continue that today, or is Spam and Buttons, the upset king in round one, going to get the win?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to make that pick until I see Henry's outfit. I'm be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because Henry's been here 9 times. But yesterday, the low dog looked a different energy, you know, the beater, the do-rag, that's a different Henry. That's somebody that's fighting for everything. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If he brings that same type of energy, I could go with Henry. But until I see Wes like this, if you don't see that type of energy, I'm going with Spamming. How about you?
User, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm getting breaking news in from our production team. No do-rag from Henry. There is no do-rag in sight.
I might have to go with the Buttons then. You know, I might have to go with the Buttons then. I'm going to go with the Buttons, Spamming.
Clef, who you got in this game, Spamming and Henry?
Listen, sometimes it's just your time, man. Everybody got to move out the way. It don't matter what else is going on, man. This is Henry time. If not now, it's never. This is it right here. Henry, for it all.
Yeah, you know, I was impressed with both these guys yesterday. I talked about Spam and how he was cool, calm, and collected. And the fight that Henry showed, down 17-3, everyone thought he was dead in the water. He brought that extra energy, that swagger. I'm disappointed that he's not rocking the do-rag today, but I think the experience factor goes to Henry. I'm rocking with Henry to get to the championship.
There's only one way to find out. We got to kick this bad boy off. We'll hear from Clef and User in a bit, but for now, let's head inside MCS Stadium and get this belt day here in the Ultimate Wildcard underway. Semi-final number 1, it's Spam and Buttons and Henry. Big shout out to everybody out in the Twitch chat on YouTube, in the watch parties, and across all streaming platforms. We're so happy to have you along and hand out our third belt of the year. As the kick is away, it will be Spammin' Buttons getting the ball first in this semifinal matchup. Let's take a look at our tail of the tape, see how these two match up against each other. TD, very similar points this year, very similar win-loss record, but the edge in majors certainly goes the way of Austin, Texas's Henry Leverett.
Yeah, it's a big-time matchup. We heard Henry yesterday. He picked Spammin' to start the year as kind of his guy to look out for. These guys have gotten pretty close. They're familiar with each other, and you see those win-loss records very equal, but Henry, like I said, has that experience advantage.
TD, let's take a look at the rosters. Let's start off with Spammin' Buttons offense, because Spammin' known so much for that halfback base. We saw a lot of different things from Spammin' yesterday. It started at the quarterback position. Who you're going to see all day today? Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that Jalen Hurts just has the best deep accuracy, so much throw power. I love that Walter Payton out of the backfield, too, has that backfield mismatch ability, backfield master, so he can put him on different hot routes. He can really beat some of the linebackers and stuff, so look for him to utilize that Payton out of the backfield.
Henry's going to have a tall task getting some stops against the offense that put up 34 points against Noah up next. But Henry had himself a game against Drini. With this defense out there, it starts at the cornerback position. Richard Sherman, Darrelle Revis making big plays.
Yeah, absolute studs. And Henry's known for his defense. He really wants to try to shut down that Spammin' Buttons trips tight end. And when you got guys like Aqib Talib, Richard Sherman, Darrelle Revis, some of the best safeties with Cam Chancellor and Taylor Mays out there, he has all the weapons in order to do so.
It was all fireworks in that Noah and Spammin' game, offense galore. And Ty, something that impressed me so much about Spammin', somebody relatively inexperienced, only his second major. Spammin' didn't look shook at all, didn't look like the bright lights affected him, especially on that 2-point conversion play where he was able to pick off Noah and seal the win. Spamming was calm, cool, and collected all day long.
1,000%. And, you know, both these guys really had huge storylines yesterday. Spamming just being so cool and calm, and he didn't get those pressure situations get to him, coming up with that huge pick on the 2-point conversion to win it. And then, of course, Henry coming back down 14 versus arguably the greatest Madden player of all time in Drini. Just didn't let it get to him. So both these guys really did a lot for their Madden careers yesterday, and we'll see who can advance to the finals here.
He's looking for that crosser deep down the field. Does he have him? CeeDee Lamb feet and bounds. Yes, indeed, to the 32-yard line. Spamming Buttons offense already nearing the red zone.
And, of course, Spamming stays in this trips tight end formation. Trips is always to the left. Never going to flip the formation. Never going to play the hash marks. He loves that PA counter go. He loves some slant post combos. He really mixes it up well. He's really improved as a passer, but he takes a big sack here from Henry's defense.
Didn't see a lot of it in those first 2 games yesterday, TD, but man, in those final 2 games, especially in that Drini-Henry game, it felt like the defenders were all over him. As Jalen Hurts on 2nd and 15 will find CeeDee Lamb to the 25-yard line, set up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, it goes back to that route combo he loves with the slant over the middle to the slot receiver, tight end on the post. And we talked about Henry, no do-rag, but he's still got the chain. He's still got the nose piercing, the ears piercing. He's still rocking the gold. You love to see that. Spamming Buttons completely locked in, edge of his seat right now, trying to throw a dot.
Oh, hit him with the little okey doke. Looked like he was going to run, then looked like he was going to pass. At the end of the day, Spamming picks up 4, and more importantly, gets a 1st down.
Big 3rd down conversion. You saw Henry there. He kind of jumped up with one of his user defenders right there, giving Spamming a little bit of an angle to get to the outside and pick up that crucial 1st down. Goes back to the RPO here. So you see Spamming early and often. He's not just passing. He's not just running. He's mixing it up. He's being really balanced out of this trips tight end set.
Not an insignificant other people out there I've seen. Happy with Spamming Buttons. Sort of a trendy pick out there, especially after that win yesterday. That had to garner him a lot of fans out there with an upset victory in round 1.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It gave him so much confidence knowing he could take down the defending champ. He's got a tall task, though. His bracket's absolutely stacked.
Got him! How sweet is sweetness? Walter Payton into the end zone. The first touchdown of day 2 goes the way of Spamming Buttons.
Making it look easy. This kid is legit. He can pass the ball so well. Goes to that Walter Payton on that angle out of the backfield. That's the guy I said to look out for. Walter Payton, one of the best weapons in Madden Ultimate Team with that backfield master. Puts him on the angle route. Easy dot. Falls into the end zone. What a way to start this game off for Spamming Buttons.
By the way, big shout out to everybody out there on Twitter using that hashtag Ultimate Wildcard. You might see your tweet at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look at that touchdown. Let's take a look at Henry's offense, because this offense looked dead in the water against Drini to start yesterday, TD, but really came to life in the second half.
Came alive late in the game. Devin Hester and Cliff Branch, 2 of the fastest receivers you can get in Madden Ultimate Team. He has that slot apprentice on Cliff Branch as well as Keyshawn Johnson. So he has some of the best receivers, and of course he has a mix of Fred Taylor and LeGarrette Blount to utilize at running back behind that Jalen Hurts amazing quarterback.
Spamming Buttons going to have to get some stops against Henry. Similar defense, but you see some differences, especially at the cornerback position. He's got Renfro, Dion, and Everson Walls.
Yeah, he's got some great defenders here, and he's got Cam Chancellor with the out my way ability, as well as 4 acrobats in the secondary. You see there, primetime Deion Sanders, Renfro, great defenders back there. And he's going to need it because Henry looked really good in that second half in this gun bunch formation. So we'll see what Spamming Buttons can do on defense.
As we start out this drive, let's bring in another member of our squad, none other than Clef the God. He's locked in for the Madden Bowl and is just enjoying a relaxing time here in the Wildcard. I didn't get a chance to ask you, Clef, did you have fun hanging out in the booth yesterday?
Man, I had so much fun, man. Working with these legends. You got T. Davis, you got Nick, you got User, you got everybody behind the scenes, man. It's a lot of fun, and I'm having fun watching these players, man. They leaving it all out there. These have been great games, man. Watching Spamming versus Henry, watching Henry on defense. He's in 3-3-5 wide man line. Now that man line, it's not messing Spamming up at all right now. Spamming real comfortable. He got his deep route one step on the left side outside. The right side of the field is wide open. You know, it's wide open. What Henry's doing right now is trying to take away base by having more of his DBs to the strength of the passing, which is the 3 receiver side. Spamming marched all the way down the field. Touchdown.
And Clef, I feel like you've played Henry in like so many big games over these last couple of years. What do you since you played him recently, what are you looking for when you go up against Henry? Like, what's the preparation for him? Because, most people say he's a defensive player, and he is, but I think he's pretty good in his gun bunch offense as well.
You play against Henry, you just know you playing against a defensive robot, man. It just seemed like he always got the perfect adjustments, and he always bring out something on defense that you haven't seen before. He was the first one you seen in this cover one robber, 3-3-5 wide. He brought it out versus Gabagol. You see everybody running it now, so you just understand that. Look, it's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be low scoring, and you got to be ready for that.
Well, Henry with a nice drive so far. He's got that offense down to the 26-yard line. We'll hit the second quarter. Gentlemen, I don't know. It felt like we flipped a switch or something yesterday in the middle of the day because we hit the first quarter, only 7 points are on the board.
Yeah, but they're looking good so far. It's not like they've been struggling. They're moving the ball down the field pretty easy.
Scramble there for Jalen Hurts. I think Clef said yesterday, escape artist, it's so important out there because it gives you not only the mobility to avoid those pass rushers, but you also have another added weapon on the offensive side of the ball if nothing opens up downfield.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you that added element. When things break down, exactly right here. When you have Jalen Hurts at quarterback with all that speed, you can get outside the pocket, throw the ball away, live to fight another down. You don't want to make any mistakes in those situations. When you're sometimes stuck in the pocket, you can throw a pick if you rush the pass. So that just gives you that added element. And then if you're a freestyle player, you can really make some things happen and kind of even scramble the quarterback for some nice
Wheel route. Got him. Fred Taylor walk into the end zone. 66 catching. Fred Taylor says, stop it. You got to up my catching, Fred. I'm fighting for you out here. Touchdown for Henry. The response to spamming buttons. And with this extra point, we're all tied up.
Huge response from Henry right there. And if you guys aren't using those wheel routes, we talked about it a lot yesterday. Get those wheel routes on your field. Madden 22, they beat man, they beat zone right there. Man coverage, wheel route right up the left side. Fred Taylor, easy touchdown for Henry.
7 apiece here in the second quarter. So take a look at it one more time. Wheel route, it's not manned up. You saw a little bit of a late recognition there from Spamming. It's like with his user, he was like, oh man, I should have been over there.
Yeah, caught him lacking just a little bit, and that's the thing too. Henry timed it perfectly, threw it right on as soon as Taylor kind of just cuts up the field. Right when he cuts up, you throw it. It's a teeny bit like a little boost up the field, and he's able to cut up the field and get into the end zone.
Bringing the man, the myth, the legend, one great user. Starting off with this game, you said it was going to be a dogfight, and it is a dogfight so far. It's a huge play right there, dropping it back to a 3rd and 31.
Oh, this is a major defensive down right here, 3rd and 31. He has to get off the field right here. Screamer. Oh, good D.
Nope.
Yeah, Spamming has to punt right here, 4th and 33. But yeah,
user, do you have 4th and 33 plays in your playbook, or is it just punt?
Oh, it's a for sure punt for me. I'm in the bag, 4th and 33. I'm in the bag at 3rd and 21, whatever he was at, man. It's a wrap for me. But let me tell you, man, this is going to be the big difference. Henry's offense in the red zone. Yesterday, when he was playing Drini, the wheel routes, it seemed like he kept cooking up the wheel routes when he needed to, and guys on defense fell asleep. That's what we just saw with spamming buttons in the red zone, and you saw him make that little head nod like, man, I gotta stop the wheel route in the red zone because everything else in between the 20s, they're gonna be fine. But when you get into the red zone, the first guy that can come up with a stop on the wheel route, I feel like is gonna be the one that wins this game.
Exactly, so difficult to defend. And guys, I think that's the first punt we've seen in these 2 days, right? We haven't seen any other punts until that punt right there.
I mean, you got to punt in 4th in Africa, like Noah said, you know what I'm saying? And then you're at the 2-yard line. But Buttons is still in a good position. If he's able to hold him to 3, and just don't let Henry take this whole clock. But Henry, he's going to try to be a mastermind and milk this thing down and say, hey, well, if I can go in up, 3 or 7, that's what I'll do.
He will pick up the first down. One thing I really saw that was interesting when we talked with Henry after that game against Drini, I was impressed how he was honest. He sat there, he said, I was absolutely lost in the first quarter. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't feel good with the game. But then by the time he hit halftime, he settled down, and then that strip sack really changed the momentum of the game. It seemed like gave Henry a confidence to get that win over Drini.
Yeah, that was huge. And the guy just came out of nowhere, right? It was the free blitzer off the edge and just nailed the quarterback. Henry was absolutely fired up, and it was just a huge momentum shifter. And I was just impressed, man. The will to win we saw from Henry yesterday, the way that he fought back, it really did a lot for him in his Madden career moving forward.
3rd and short. Let's put the big boys on the field. And all right, hand it to Kyle Pitts. Try to dive over it. Not sure if he got it. He did not.
Ooh,
I don't know if I've seen too many of the Superman dives from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of them on the goal line, not really in the 25. He's going to go right back to it, though. You see how effective it is, and this time he converts it, and that's huge because now Henry can really try to take this whole clock down, and he's going to get the ball to start that second half.
Well, I'm telling you, if you're looking at, sort of that game script, TD, and you were wondering who's feeling better going in halftime, I mean, it's 7-7. Obviously, Henry's going to be happy to get the ball to start the second half, but Henry has really dictated how this game has gone. He's playing his style of game, and that's got to give him some confidence going into the second half.
He's in complete control. He's really slowed it down, put the game in his hands, getting this last possession now into the second half. So he really slowed it down and made that one possession for Spam where he scored, then the second possession able to get that stop. So he kind of really limited Spamman's possessions in this game. So I look for Henry to try to score a touchdown here, then get the ball to start the second half, and really then start to use the clock even more to limit the possessions in the second half for Spamman.
I feel like Henry and Spamman knew last night's show went a little late, so they're playing the hustle game right now with 20 seconds left in the first half. I feel like this game is at frantic speed. Go to the wheel route. It's picked off. Marlon Humphrey with the pick. We finally saw some defense on the wheel route, and there goes Marlon Humphrey up the sideline. He'll be tackled with 11 seconds left at the 46-yard line. A huge play for Spamman's defense.
Like that.
The key to win Madden 22, shut down the wheel route. What a game-changing play for Spam, and he bagged the wheel route. Henry tried to throw it on that cut once again, but he's able to get the swat, the pick, and now he's cooking on offense.
They know.
And he's got the crosser. 5 seconds left. He gets into field goal range. A gift, possibly a 10-point swing, as Spam and Buttons will get to kick this field goal and head into halftime with a lead.
What a turn of events. We were just talking about Henry completely controlled this game, and things can switch just like that. And now Spam with a clutch dot, and he's going to take the lead into the half. Oh, my goodness.
1 second remaining. Boy, and Ty, you talk about mental fortitude, how big that is in competitive Madden. For Henry, you see him, he's shaking his head. He knows that was just, maybe it was unlucky, maybe it was a bad read, but all in all, he has to shake that off. If he's going to get a win and get to a belt game, he has to play a tough second half.
Yeah, because he was about to be up 14-7 and getting ball, maybe making it 21-7, and instead he's going to go down 10-7 at the half. He does still get the ball, so the game is obviously still in control here, but wow, what a turn of events for Spamman. If you're Spamman, you couldn't ask for a better outcome right there. That is absolutely huge for him going to the second half.
What a wild finish to the first half in our first semifinal. Spam and Buttons almost improbably heading to halftime with a 10-7 lead off that interception, but it will be Henry with the ball to start the second half. User Clev, I feel like when we were talking mid-game, we were talking about a different game. Everything has changed in about the last 20 seconds.
Absolutely, Nick. That's what we were talking about. That halfback in route, and you're going to see Henry also mix it in with the tight slots and have the tight end running that wheel route. And that's what I was talking about. When they got in the red zone, you can't fall asleep. And last time Spamming Buttons fell asleep, he said, not this time. And I was talking to Clef. I said, Clef, does he have that halfback master or that backfield mismatch? Because having that ability on that running back sometime it ensure that catches on that running back, so you won't have that tip ball that gave Henry that interception. But, like you said, things can change in the blink of an eye, Clef, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, man. If you spamming, you got to feel great, man. Let's just be honest. Henry outplayed him that first half. He dominated the first half. Dominated. He got his stop, but the score is Spamming up 3, man. So for you to get outplayed and for you to be up 3, you got to feel great. You got to feel great for his chances. So I'm looking forward to this second half, man. Henry with another mistake. I'm kind of shocked because we've seen this time in, time out with him, beating himself. That right there, that's a mistake. But you got to give credit to Spamman, man. He's staying in these games. There's the pick right there on the running back wheel. Spamman is making plays. He's staying in these games, man. You've seen in the first half, at the end of the first half with Noah, he got 3. And right here, he gets a pick, man. So he's making big plays when he needs to make them. And that's what the great players do. When you need a play, they make the play. Kudos to Spamman.
Yeah, that was very fortunate for Spamman because Henry was doing a great job milking the clock, taking all the time away. 20 seconds left. You blink your eyes, Spamman makes the big play interception and is able to go in the half up 3. That's major. Back to you, Nick.
User Clef, thank you so much. Let's take a look at our updated MCS leaderboard. This is entering today off of last night's action. You see guys like Kerry Q, like Wesley, like Henry moving up the board. Noah, of course, still locked in to that #1 spot, but there's just so much that can happen with the games today that these standings are far from set. If you happen to miss any of the action from day #1, well, here's a little recap. Let's kick off the Madden 22 Wild Card Tournament. One-time touchdown for Spammer Buttons. He gets into the end zone, a touchdown with 4 seconds left.
Go for 2, Noah. Win the game.
Henry back to pass, looking right side. It's picked off by Spammer.
Spamming Buttons with a huge upset. He's gonna go for this. This is a big time decision right here.
And Wesley with a clutch 4th down touchdown. Ice can't believe he didn't get off the field. Oh, it's picked off. Wesley Giddens. That's called defense.
Come on.
For the win and the spot in the semifinal, Wesley Giddens, paper or plastic. He found a bag when he needed it, and he found the win.
Kerry cooks it up himself.
A touchdown for Kerry Q.
And Volt is gonna go for it.
4th and 2, Kerry with a stop, he'll win the game. Oh, the under pressure inaccurate. Kerry with the arms up, he got the stop he needed. The Q, maybe onto the Madden Bowl. Up that iron Q. It's a big touchdown for Drini Joka.
Damn, that's a laser, bro.
Drini with a 2-score lead. Henry gets exactly what he needed, a touchdown to cut into his lead. Ball's out, it's in there for the take it, picked up by Ball. And Henry has life, 10-5, touchdown Henry. We're going to OT. Pursued, he might have space, he might have it, touchdown, ball game. Young Henry with the comeback.
Come on, bro.
And he's ready for a semifinal match. Who's taking home their first belt? What a day 1 is, and somebody who was locked in the entire time was young Astro. His fate completely decided by those games yesterday, and there's his reaction on him winning, not just winning, getting into the Madden Bowl based on those results. Let's hear from Astro on what that was like.
What had happened last night is probably one of the luckiest things to ever happen to me, with Kerry and Henry winning both of their games in crazy fashion. I mean, it was just completely insane. Henry down 17-3 in the 4th quarter to Drini, comes back, wins it, gets me in the Madden Bowl, and it was just crazy watching that game. I mean, my heart was racing the whole time. And now the job is done. I'm just glad to be here. I'm really excited to play in the Madden Bowl. And these competitors, they all know what to expect from me. Most of them have played me. And I'm not going to lay down easy, especially with $250K on the line. So good luck to everyone out there.
Big congratulations to Astro in qualifying for the Madden Bowl. Well, these two players are hoping to win a belt tonight. It was a hard-fought first half of action. 10-7, spamming Buttons on top. Henry with the ball to start the second half. Tyler Davis, what a wild final 20 seconds of that half.
That was crazy. And you got to think that Henry is just itching right now to get the second half started. He wants to be on offense after the way that ended right there, throwing that pick. You know that he felt like he was in complete control of this game, and he's got to try to get it back right now.
He'll scramble with Jalen Hurts, pick up a couple on the ground. For Henry, Ty, I almost feel like I mean, again, it was a short halftime break, but just that little break to maybe reset the mind and take a second to put that interception out of his head, it might benefit the young fella.
Yeah, he probably needed it for a few seconds right there just to think about what happened, but I know he really wants to get back out there. It was, I don't know if he threw that one away.
That was a high pass.
High pass, yeah. It was a little scary right there. So, but you know he's itching to get back out here, but Spamming doing a great job in this 3-3-5 wide, mixing it up, giving him some different looks. You see that man in the line that Clef was talking about, lining up directly over the slot receiver there. Big 3rd and 5.
He looks over the middle. He's got Devin Hester in the Bears uni. Oh, Chicago fans, you gotta love to see that once again. All the way down to the 41-yard line. Henry's in business.
Yeah, laser right there with that Devin Hester at receiver. It was a little high-low combo right there. Had the drag underneath and had that post route behind it. Henry kind of bit underneath because it was 3rd and 5. He throws it to the post behind him. Great read. Big-time dog.
Lots of time in the pocket. Scrambling left. Scrambling back right, and he'll just throw this one away. Smart play by there, not forcing anything down the field.
Yeah, Spamman playing a little bit aggressive on defense, playing his zone drops underneath. Looked like a little bit of a match coverage, but also playing underneath. You know, he had the slant. If Henry would have saw it behind the defender, he could have pass led it behind it, but just missed the read.
2nd and 10, stepping up. And off his back foot. Oh, almost hit the tight end, Davis, over the middle of the field. Just couldn't complete that one. Jalen Hurts a little wild.
Yeah, and those are the type of throws that Jalen Hurts, though, has been making all tournament long. You see him rolling out to the left, throwing back cross body, and that was wide open. Henry had so much daylight. Very unfortunate.
3rd and 10, downfield, has him. Cliff Branch got wheels. Cliff Branch has 6. Henry takes the lead.
A beautiful laser from Henry. The way he set that up, he had the streaks to bring the zones back, waited for the crossing route to clear out, get wide open. That is a hot dot from Henry Levette right there. Big time response to start the second half.
14-10. Young Hen Dog takes the lead, 18 years old at the 818 compound in Austin, Texas. And now Spammin' Buttons gets his first offensive possession as we take a look one more time at the absolute beam from Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he got that crosser on the solo side, put some streaks over there on the bunch side, got them to clear up the zones, and the crosser came wide open. Great play design, great execution from Henry.
Spin move, hit him with the spin cycle. There goes CeeDee Lamb past midfield.
Spin move, absolutely nasty. Great stick work from Spamman and Nick. I got a feeling this game is going to be kind of like those first 2 games we saw yesterday. Coming down to the wire here. Yeah, neither of these guys want to try to get a stop. They're just shooting out right now. Man, we're going to have some fireworks here, second half.
Ty, I'm almost 32 years old. I can't handle this, dog. Okay, I'm gonna need to sub a user. Can user do play-by-play for a game?
Yeah,
I'm being told no.
You've had a rough 2 weeks. I don't know if you can handle any more of this.
If I have to go to the hospital for a coronary, you'll know why. 2nd and 3. Hurts outside of the pocket. Well, smart move there from Spamman. Saw the open lane to pick up 3.5. He picks up the first down.
And that was really good defense right there from Henry. It was man coverage, but they played it really tight right there. Some of those crossing routes and those slants usually get open versus that man coverage, but they played it extremely well right there. And you saw how good Henry's secondary is there. Has a bunch of acrobats out there, a bunch of deep route KOs. Surprised he doesn't have a lot of one-step aheads out there. We've seen a couple of those throughout the tournament. Those play a little better in man coverage, but man, his man coverage looked locked down on that play.
14-10 our score. Chad, who you riding with in this game? You got Henry or Spammin' Buttons getting to the final to fight for a belt? Don't forget, we got one more game coming up. Wesley taking on Kerry Q to fill the other spot. We've got reveals, we got giveaways, we got everything going on tonight. Chat, we're just happy to have you along with us. Happy Friday to everybody out there as there goes Sweetness. And one more time, Sweetness is finding pay dirt. Touchdown, Spammin' Buttons.
What a play call from Spamman. He is known as Mr. Quick Base, right? So Henry expects him to run the quick base to the left. What does he do? He dials up a counter to come back to the weak side. Brilliant strategy from Spamman. I'm not sure Henry was expecting it, and he turns it into a huge run. And here we go, back and forth.
Walter Payton hitting Walter Pay dirt. 17-14. We're back to where we were when we started the half. A 3-point lead for Spammin' Buttons. Take a look one more time. Ty, you talked about it. Look at that block. The user missed the tackle, and then there was nowhere for anybody to stop Walter Payton.
Yeah, it almost confused Henry because on the quick base, it kind of looks the same to start, right? You have that pulling guard coming from the weak side. The guard pulled again, but he picked up a great block, cut it back on the counter. What a run from Spamman.
1st and 10 underneath is Devin Hester. That's a first down. Clef, man, oh man, this game doesn't look like it's going to give us any sort of break when it comes to close action.
Man, this is a crazy game. It's so close. I just want to talk about how impressive that was from Spamman. Spamman used to never run the counter play. That's just being a student of the game right there. Watching Noah play, seeing Noah have success versus Henry in the last tournament, and coming back and giving them that same play when you don't even run that play. That's being flexible. That's being like Bill Belichick. That's being a high-level Madden player.
And Clef, you're the king of the adjust, right? You got to talk about Spamman. That's a big-time adjustment right there. Something I wouldn't say he's necessarily been known for, but that just shows the improvement he's made in his game.
Oh, yeah, the experience is everything. He's getting more and more confidence, man. Through these games, he's feeling like he belongs here. It's the difference between just being here and feeling like you belong here. Right now, he feels like he's just as good as anybody in this pool.
Well, we're going to the fourth quarter. 4's up in the chat. 5 minutes left. Spotting the belt game on the line. And Henry down by 3, but he's all the way down to the 1-yard line off that completion. I have a feeling Kyle Pitts is going to be soaring like an eagle on this play. He gives it to Pitts. He's up in the air, and he's into the end zone.
And that's why you're the voice of Madden, Nick Mazzesko, right on the money. Kyle Pitts on the goal line, jumping in. It's been a staple of everyone's goal line offense, and you saw it there. And it's once again back and forth we go. Henry's turn. Now Spamming gets another chance.
You got to love this game, man. You got to love this type of game. You want to win a belt. You don't want it easy, man. You want it to come down to this fourth quarter. Let's see. Who really got that championship mindset? Who gonna fold when the lights are the brightest?
Oh, he recovered an onside kick! He recovered an onside kick! This might be the rarest thing in all of Madden. Henry picks up the onside, and he's gonna have a 4-point lead and the ball.
You gotta be kidding me.
The hands team was out there with no hands whatsoever. The mistake, and Spamming's gotta be looking at it going, what did I do to deserve this?
Spamming has got to be absolutely sick. And, you know, I was just about to ask Clef, you know, how does he feel about these onside kicks that have been happening? And
great.
I didn't expect this to happen. Clef, what do you think?
I like it, man. With the way this game is played, you got to give yourself a chance to win, man. This is the offensive game. So kicking an onside kick, it lets you know you're going to get the ball back and you got the faith in your hands. And if you clutch, you give yourself a chance to clutch up.
What a turn of events in this game. Henry, 4-point lead, and now the ball off the onside kick recovery. And now Henry under center. I'm sorry, is this Henry or Kerry Q out there? Stretch run, Fred Taylor.
Nick, you know Buttons is sick right here. Henry, you know Henry never really planned to actually get the onside. It was just strategic to make sure he would have time left before the end of the game and have the last possession. To able to get that onside, it has to be a deflator for Buttons because he's like, man, I'm playing great. You know, at the end of the day, my offense has been moving, and all of a sudden, you get stopped without getting stopped. And this is where champions are made. Can he dig down and hold Henry to 3? You gotta suck it up and hold Henry to 3 right here.
And look at this veteran savviness, right? He comes out starting to run the ball, so Spamming starts to, you know, counter that. And then he actually passes the ball out of this deuce close. When you think a million times it's going to be a run, just using the clock perfectly right here. Great strategy from Henry.
21-17 our score. Clef, I mean, is there anything, like I'm curious for the casual viewer out there who's tuning in for the first time, watching competitive Madden, they see that onside kick, and they go, how do I do that? How do I recover an onside kick? Is it just luck of the draw?
That right there is probably 1 out of 10,000 times, maybe more than that. I might be setting the odds low, man. It might be more than that. There's no really way to get that 1,000% or even 50% of the time. So he's very fortunate to get that.
But Spamming, not out of this game, TD. If he can get a stop here on 3rd and 9, force Henry into a field goal, he's going to have a drive with some timeouts, but he has to get a stop here.
Yeah, this is no doubt one of the biggest plays for Spamming Buttons' Madden career so far. He needs to get off the field on this 3rd down. Hold him to 3.
Bunch to the right side. Hurts back to pass on 3rd and 9. Stepping up in the pocket, looking left, has Keyshawn, has a first down, and now the milkman is on the field. Henry's looking to run this one out.
Clutch dot right there. Wide open, little man beater. He had the zone outside a little bit too far. Henry threw at the perfect time, able to get that possession catch, and you said it. Milk and cookies time here. Spamming going to have to use those timeouts.
First timeout taken by Spamming. Now, here's all I'm saying. We talked yesterday. Young Wesley Gittins, possibly the luckiest player out there. He called out Bugatti Boogs for being the luckiest player out there. I feel like Henry might have been trying to learn some tricks from old Wesley in the same household, trying to find out how he can get some of that rabbit's foot luck.
You know, Nick, I was about to say something about that, you know, but then I was like, you know, I don't want to take nothing away. I
I
don't
got
want to
you,
take
User.
nothing away, but
I'll
I'm
say
just
it.
saying the sack fumble versus Dreamy, now the onside. I mean, yes, we can call it destiny, but we can also call it luck now. Let's be real.
Open end zone might be the sealer. Davis with the touchdown catch, and Henry might be on his way to a belt game.
And sometimes when it's just your time, man, it's your time. We seen him get the onside kick. You know, that never happens. You cannot stop timing, man. Timing is everything. And I just feel like with this game right here, he gonna feel it himself. It's one of those times where you feel like you can't lose.
28-17 to score. Let's look at this onside kick. User, talk me through what's the mindset when you see this happen.
Oh, I got stroke. I'm ready to get on Twitter and go crazy. Y'all might as well go ahead and get ready, league ops. I'm about to go ham. Ain't no way they did me like this for all the cash. I'm about to go crazy. Let's be honest.
And you know, too, as soon as you see it, like, bounce right off that first guy, you're like, oh, boy, here we go.
There's no chance I'm getting this one.
You know your stroke. You already know it. Ain't no way they did this to me.
Oh, man.
What a wild game this has been. Guys, this is only game one of the day. We got two more to go. And Spamman got a fight. I thought Walter Payton wasn't going to animate right there, and I thought Spamman might just take his Xbox and expeditiously put that one out the window. Payton luckily does come up with a catch.
Yeah, you got to feel for Spamman, too. This is a heartbreaker, man. He played so well, and you just give up an onside kick, and that's pretty much going to cost you the game.
Luckily for both these players, they're locked into the Madden Bowl. We will see Spamman competing for that $250,000 top prize. But you know that when games go like this, but here's the thing that I always tell people, and maybe I'm foolish for saying this, but you know, Ty, it always feels like you look at the lucky moments, but for every lucky moment you see maybe here on the broadcast, there's 15 unlucky moments you didn't see earlier.
Yeah, that's so true. And now Spamman's hoping maybe he can get a little of that onside luck. He's gonna attempt it here.
Can we see two onside kicks recovered? At that point, I'm going and buying a lottery ticket.
Yeah, for real. Here we go.
Needs it bad. Spamman Buttons looking to stay alive in this game. And the Hands team does their job for Henry. And Henry will be on to a belt game and will get to fight for his first individual belt. A little wry smile there from young Henry as he knows he got a little bit of the Madden love on his side.
Listen, to win a tournament, to make deep runs, you need a little bit of that luck. You need the fluke. You need the angels on your side, whatever you want to call it. And obviously, Henry has had it in this game. And he's going on to his second championship game individually here. And we'll see if he can get his first individual belt.
What a run from Spamman Buttons. Cannot wait to see what he will do in the Madden Bowl. But for today, Henry had a little bit of the luck of the Irish on his side. He takes down Spamman Buttons 28-20, and he will await the winner of our second semifinal, and he will get a chance to fight for his first individual belt, TD. Henry, I mean, listen, we're going to focus on that onside kick a lot, but really played a solid game all game.
He did. You know, both these guys played solid. You got to tip your hat to Spamman, man. You feel for him. But Henry did just enough, got a little bit lucky, but he played dominant on offense and defense, and he's advancing to the championship.
For Spamman, I mean, what more can you say, man? This is one of those moments where you can't really, I don't know, like you're going to feel bad about this one because you know there's an opportunity to get a belt at the end of the day, but you got to walk away from that game if you're Spamman, knowing you did what you could, you played really, really well. And when we go to the Madden Bowl, he's somebody to keep an eye on as someone who can make a deep run.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we're obviously going to talk about the onside kick, and that's going to be the discussion. But for Spamman overall, not just, you know, in this game, this tournament overall, making this deep run, giving himself so much confidence, knowing he can compete with these guys on this stage. You know, he took down Noah, took Henry to the, to the end there, and now he's got all the momentum, all the confidence going into this Madden Bowl, where I think he really can make a deep run in that tournament as well. Well,
I can't wait to hear from young Henry after that one. Joining us now, finalist here in the Madden Wildcard, Ultimate Wildcard 22 tournament. He'll be fighting for a belt. Young Henry. Henry, congrats, man. Listen, man, that was a 20-minute Madden game, but there's going to be one moment that everyone is focused on, that onside kick. Tell me what was going through your mind when you actually saw that you had the ball up by 4.
I wasn't even going to do the kick. Wait. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the music. All right. I wasn't even gonna do the kick, but you know, I felt like I was playing good defense that game. But as y'all seen that counter he ran for a touchdown, I'm like, I'm not trying to sit there and face that run that entire drive and get clocked. So you know, I just went for the onside and got it, and I was just shocked. Like I didn't expect to get the ball at all. It just happened. So you know, I got angels on my side.
That was crazy. And Hen Dog, talk to me, man. You go into the championship game. You know, you bet back when you played Serious Mo in there, you fell short, but now you get another chance at it. Your first individual belt. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I just got to play my game, man. I just got to play my game.
Are you at all thinking about who you might end up facing after that second game? Because I know one of those guys doesn't live too far from you.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I can end up playing Wesley, and you know, he's literally a 2-minute walk. Like all I got to do is go upstairs, and I'm right at his door. So, you know, if we both can be in the finals, that'll be crazy.
Man, it should be a lot of fun. Henry, congratulations, man. Good luck in the final. Can't wait to see that game and see if the Angels are still on your shoulder. Because man, oh man, after this one, you gotta have a little bit of confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a fantastic first game, but we got plenty more action. Game number 2 coming up, and that will determine who Henry will face. It is a battle between Wesley Gittins and Kerry Q, 2 goons of the Madden community, 2 guys who are looking to take home their first individual belt. But first, throughout these 2 nights, we are celebrating the memory of John Madden and the impact he had on the game we all love. He will be greatly missed, always remembered, and never forgotten.
I immediately fell in love with the game when I was like 8 to 9 years old, and I played every single day. I'm not exaggerating. As soon as I got back from school, like elementary school, I would literally get on and try to play franchise mode and just try to build teams and stuff like that. And it was just for the love of the game, really. So throughout the years, you know, I just kept playing and kept playing and kept playing, and then you know how the story went, you know, then I was good enough to compete. So I'm super blessed to say that I played this game, and yeah, John Madden holds a special place in my heart.
Hello, everybody. What a beautiful evening here in Southern California where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling?
Feels like game day, all right.
Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of a game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you build.
Please welcome everybody, Tom Brady!
Welcome to Madden Land.
It's game time, baby!
Well, if you were hoping for a day that you can maybe skip the action, not miss anything exciting, Henry and Spamman told you to sit down in that seat. 28-17, the final score. We saw a little bit of everything in game number 1, and Henry is on to the final and will battle for a belt. What a way to kick off day 2 of the Ultimate Wildcard 22. Back with the guys. I'm telling you, this game had a little bit of everything. It had some defense. It had some special teams plays, which we'll see coming up. Ty, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. The onside kick that everyone's going to be talking about for a while. You know, Henry, we never really talk about Henry as one of the luckiest players in the world, guys. You know, we kind of refer to Wesley, but man, that is some good luck to have on your side getting that onside kick.
User, I got to say, we talked about the end of that first half. You saw that interception. Henry looked like it got to him a little bit. Got to give a lot of credit to young Henry for bouncing back from that and having some fight.
Yeah, because Henry played a great game. To be honest, he didn't even need the onside. He was still in a good position to win the game regardless. Even if Spamman recovered that, you knew Henry was going to get the ball back and worst case be down, 3 points. And that was just a great game plan by Henry. He was fortunate to get the onside, so it wasn't a sweater or a barn burner all the way down to the end. But let's be honest here. Henry played a great game from beginning to end. He made that one mistake in the red zone where Spamman played great defense on the wheel route and got the interception. Other than that, Henry really controlled this game from start to finish.
Yeah, Clef, User said he didn't even need the onside kick. He certainly was in great position as it was. But when you have a game like that where you play well and you get those breaks to go your way, that's got to give you some momentum going into a final.
Yeah, I think it takes all the pressure off your back. It makes you feel like, it's just your time. Nobody can beat you. Everything going your way. So I think he feels good. You got to feel for Spamman, though. He didn't play a bad game. He played a good game. He was up in that game. And to have it taken away on that onside kick, you got to feel for him. But sometimes it's just not your time, and sometimes it is your time. So it does happen.
The great thing about Madden, there's always another game coming up. We've got another game coming up, but before we get there, we've got some reveals for you guys out there as we take a look at the Legends coming out tomorrow. I know you guys will be out there wondering who's coming out. Well, let's start off on the defensive side of the ball. We got Titans legend Javon Curse. This is the 96 overall boss, rocking 92 speed, 95 excel, 96 finesse move at left end, a speed rusher archetype, a very good item if you're looking to shore up that pass rush. Let's take a look at the LTD of Javon Curse because I know you guys are going to be hunting for him. That 250K coin quick sell, bumping those ratings, 97 finesse. I know a lot of you guys, if you're getting that you're getting this LTD, you're probably quick selling that bad boy. But Javon Curse, somebody you're going to want to add to the squad. On the offensive side of the ball, I feel like we need another halfback in the game. And Bills Mafia, they've been yelling for him. How about Thurman Thomas? This is the 96 overall boss. 94 speed stock, 96 break tackle. If you're running theme teams, you're going to be able to get a lot of these up into the 99 area. But he's got 96 break tackle and 95 change of direction. If we take a look at the LTD, you're going to see all those get up just a little bit. And Thurman Thomas, that boss has 89 catching. The LTD's got 90 catching. Remember, those LTDs available in packs for 48 hours, so make sure you guys are hunting for those this weekend. Two fantastic players. I know Bills and Titans fans out there, if you're running those theme teams, you got to be excited for Javon Curse and Thurman Thomas. All right, we have one game in the books. Let's talk about game number 2. Carry Q taking on Wesley. I'm curious, user, I gotta know, if you're Henry, are you like sitting outside Wesley's room right now cheering for him? What are you doing at this point? Wesley's just down the hallway.
I mean, let's be honest. Henry's in a great position. I believe he has that mental edge over Wesley because he plays him all the time. But there's no way in the world you don't want to play Carry Q in the finals. You're licking your chops like, Wesley, you're my homie, and it would be nice. But I just kind of want to cruise and kick my feet up in this final. So let me see if I can get Carry Q to come out there and run all the bubble gum, the tight, the carry close and all that type of stuff. I promise you, Henry would love to play Carry Q over Wesley in the finals.
Clef, user's being a little disrespectful to Carry Q, a veteran of the game. Let's play the other side. Tell me what Kerry Q does well and what he can do to take down Wesley and get to a belt game.
What Kerry does well is ball control, and he's very off meta. So he's going to do a good job this game if he can just keep in third and short, second and short. If he can keep those down manageable, he's going to be balanced. He's going to be able to run and pass, and he'll take the clock with him. He's not a great defensive player, but his offense kind of plays defense for him. So if he can keep West off the field, he has a great chance in this game. As a passer, you hate playing against runners, man, because I'm not going to have that many opportunities. I'm just not. So I have to be sharp and perfect on offense.
TD, we know all about Wesley, that air attack offense. We saw it yesterday. He moves the ball with ease. This seems like one that's going to be a tough matchup, but we know Kerry Q defensively can cause some problems.
Yeah, I expect, Wesley, of course, to air it out in the gun bunch, the tight slots. And Kerry, is going to want to send pressure out of that 4-3 even 6-1 formation. Look for him to send 7, 8 guys pretty much every play. And how can Wesley, handle that? He might have to motion some blockers, sometimes only send out 2 routes. We'll see it. Kerry, he said yesterday he didn't play the game much leading in tomorrow. Last night he was in the lab cooking some things up. So he might bring something a little bit different at Wesley. So I'm really excited for this matchup.
Well, gentlemen, we've got a fantastic game. We've been breaking down the Madden nonstop, but we got Clef the God here. Clef the God bringing the swag, looking great out here. And Clef, I think you noticed something in Kerry Q's scenery. Break it down for me. This is why we have you on the show. What did you see in the Kerry Q cam shot?
Oh, I'm going to just tell y'all right now, this next level drip, man. This is a different type of confidence right here. You got to take it back to college days, high school, middle school, elementary. He got those Burberry shoes laid out like a first day of school fit, man. To let y'all know, hey, I ain't got these on my feet, but they right here with me. So it makes me think, bro, what you got on your feet? He might have some Balenciagas. You never know. That's just next level. That's next level right there. Wild curling. Letting you know it's too easy out here. I'm working out with the drip back there. Kerry Q he a legend for that.
This isn't the only one you brought here, right? I bet you have analysis for all these guys, especially with their face cams on.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about User right here. We got to talk about User. I'm loving the User, my brother. I'm loving the fit. But what are these shades, man? Do you play for the Yankees? Do you play for the Mets? Are you about to catch a fly ball? Are you about to go snowboarding and paintballing? I got a lot of questions about the shades, bro. I like the fit, though. I like the fit. I like the pose, the stature. I like that.
Listen, you coming in my shades, and Twitter is calling you Morpheus right now. That's all I'm saying. You coming in my shades, them Ray-Bans right there, you know what I'm saying, blue lens. Sometimes you gotta have that when you down there in the Keys, Key West, it's a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? You let me know how you moving over there, Mr. Matrix.
Hey, bro, that's them boating shades, man. It's like you about to catch a trout or a bass or something. I'm just getting mixed vibes, bro. I'm just getting mixed vibes right now,
I'm out there with the Black Bill Dance shades on, huh? Oh, man, here we go.
I'm ready. Next week, Rosie. Yes, sir. Nick, man. The goatee. Now, the goatee kind of crazy, man. Up top, it's all business. It's all business up top between the goatee, then the shirt tucked in. But I got a problem with everything at the bottom. I'm talking about everything at the bottom. Everything. Look at this big toe, man. What is this? It's sideways, sitting sideways. You know what I'm saying? The pose is wild, too. The pose is wild. This a real, I'm sexy and I know it type of pose. I like the confidence, though. I like the confidence. It's just a lot of mixed signals between the toe, the glasses, the goatee, the shirt tucked in. I'm getting a lot of mixed vibes right there, man. The Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of crazy, though.
You can't judge a picture based on when it was taken. I don't want, whatever.
Nick, how we
at least I wasn't wearing facial sunglasses.
How are we at the door with the toes out like that?
That's not the front door. That's the bedroom door, okay?
No,
it's a 2-bedroom suite, because that's how we do it in Vegas. And that's the bedroom door. That ain't the front door. We ain't ready to go out. We left like 15 minutes after that picture.
My question is,
I put shoes on.
You're levitating, though. Your feet ain't even on the ground.
I'm right on my feet, baby. What's up?
You're levitating right now.
Weighed in at 211 this morning. I was feeling good.
Let's see none other than my brother Mills, man.
Wait, Tyler Davis doesn't get one we can't rip on TD? What, does he not have a bad picture out there?
Mills, my dog. See, I say this a good picture. You know why? Because you got to use context, man. Context is everything right here. This ain't from 2022, 2021. This ain't even from 2015 right here. This got 2010, 2009s written all over it, man. This a 10 out of 10 pick. If you ain't never did this pose, hands in the pockets, looking away off guard, you ain't never really lived with the pick stitch. The pick was too good for one pick. I need 3 all at once, man. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
With the Chef Curry on the shirt. With the Chef Curry on the shirt. You gotta salute him.
I gotta salute. Like, if this 2022, you know, you might have to scratch that out. But just knowing this gotta be from early 2000s when the baggy was in.
That's vintage. It's vintage.
That's vintage right there, man. With the pick stitch, I know that's pick stitch. I know that app. You know what I'm saying? We know that app.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, thanks, Clef. That. Appreciate it. I'm gonna do a deep dive into your Instagram. I need to find something. I need to find something on Clef.
I'm about to delete everything.
No. I got time here.
Delete everything.
Let's talk about our game that's coming up. Kerry Q and Wesley. Clef, we'll start with you. Who do you think taking home this win, and who's gonna be battling Henry for the belt?
You know what? I'm gonna take the shades off for this one. I'm picking West, man. I know y'all thought I was gonna pick Kerry Q. No, sir. I'm picking 8-1-8 final, man, and give me Henry in the belt. We going West right here, though. I think he just got too much offense for Kerry. Just way too much.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this matchup. You know, my heart says Kerry Q. He's been around so long. He's been so close. You know, he's always getting into these tournaments, but just can't seem to win one. But my mind says Wesley. You know, I don't know what to choose, my heart, my mind. But, you know, I'm a businessman. I'm a smart man. I'm going with Wesley. I think he's just got too much firepower. I think it's going to be him and Henry in the championship game.
Listen, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all going off y'all heart. You know, T over here saying he the Jerry Maguire businessman and all that. Kerry Q's supposed to be your guy. And I'm going to show you how you supposed to ride. Now, yesterday, I caught a lot of slack because Wesley, he dissed Bugs right before we cut the stream. I told him, listen, my mic was off. Clef was still hot. This was the chance for Clef to redeem himself in the brotherhood, and he didn't do it. But I'm going to ride for the brother right now, Kerry Q. You know why? Because he's going to control the game, run the ball, and somehow, some way, he's going to get it done. I just believe Wesley, he was out of pocket yesterday, and he got a lot of fluke, and he going to pay for that today versus Kerry Q.
I think this is just user felt bad for disrespecting Kerry so much earlier that he's going to pick him. Like, I'm going to give you the pick right there. You're welcome, Kerry. It should be a great game between Kerry and Wesley. And speaking of Wesley Gittins looking for his first individual belt. Learn a little bit more about the 818 star and his quest for his first belt.
I just flipped the script. I just flipped the switch.
4 months ago, I moved out of Atlanta and into Austin, Texas. I actually had friends out here who like Henry and Throne. You know, I just really wanted to, get closer to, people that I talk to every day.
AKA Joe Rice, AKA Wesley G.
The move has been good. I have no regrets moving, even though it sucks, being away from home and, I had to leave my dog at my house and my mom, which definitely don't regret moving.
You have arguably the best talent with Wesley.
My key to the return to live stage, I really locked in for this event. The first 2 events, I wouldn't say I was lazy, but I kind of tried to escape the grind. And in this one, I really locked in, and the results showed.
Absolutely. 818 Wesley, making plays.
If I had to describe my game in 3 words, I would say the best passer. I think I'm the best offensive player in Madden. You can't stop them. It's really hard to win the game.
Got him! Put it on the board! Wesley's just too good.
What I want to leave my legacy to be one of the best Madden players of all time, really to leave my footprint in the game. And then when I retire, I want them to say, he's in the Mount Rushmore, the best Madden players in the world.
Wesley with the clutch score!
Let's go, man!
Madden is my full-time job. I put everything into this, and I'm just the most competitive person. I literally just can't stand to lose. I get depressed for a couple days when I lose. I really just put my all into the win.
Let's take a look and see how these two size up in semifinal number 2. Both having very similar 22 win-loss records, almost identical points. Wesley the slight edge in majors. TD, this one is as even as it gets.
Yeah, it's as even as it gets, but it's a clash of styles. A little old school versus new school as well. These two giants of our sport. Man, I can't wait to see Kerry Q's ball control under center offense versus Wesley's high-powered gun bunch passing offense.
Should be a lot of fun, and let's get this one underway. Let's find out who Henry will be battling for the Ultimate Wildcard 22 belt. Wesley and Kerry Q inside MCS Stadium. Let's hope this game provides as much entertainment as we've had for the first day and a half. As the kick is away, it will be Kerry Q getting the ball first. The Kerry close will get to start things off as he's having a whole lot of fun in the end zone. Get those legs warmed up. Get ready to go. It's like doing donuts out there. Let's take a look at Kerry Q's offense. Big player on this one, TD. It's Fred Taylor.
Yeah, he's going to be, running the ball in that single back deuce close. He's going to mix it up, though, with the pass and the run, so look for that Jalen Hurts, of course, Devontae Adams, and that Calvin Johnson was absolutely huge yesterday for Kerry Q's offense.
Don't underestimate how big that LeGarrette Blount, second halfback, he gets a lot of play. Wesley's going to have to find some defense. He's always been trying to improve his defensive game. He's going to have to find some run defense. It's going to start with those safeties getting in the box, Eric Rowe and Adrian Phillips.
Yeah, those safeties are going to be important to stop that run. He also has those one-step-ahead abilities out at corner, so look for him to play a little bit more man coverage versus Kerry's single-back deuce-close offense.
Do you at all, when you're looking at Wesley's defense, a lot of acrobats out there, a lot of one-steps out there, but no abilities on the D-line, no abilities at linebacker. Does that concern you at all when you're having to stop Kerry's rushing offense?
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll find out, maybe having an out my way in there, maybe a D-line ability, but we'll see. I hope Kerry sticks to the game plan. I hope he's been in the lab, too, cooking up some different runs versus Wesley's defense, because I don't want Kerry to get too pass-heavy trying to keep up with how high-powered Wesley can be on offense. So I think for Kerry, the game plan is slow the game down, run the ball, try to limit the possessions for Wesley's offense.
Chat, let me know who you're riding with in this game. Give me a 1 for the Q. Give me a 2 for Wesley. Love to see where the chat stands right now, who they think is going to come away with the win. By the way, I'm just saying, user. I know you're out there. I know you're listening. I caught that disrespect to Kerry, then you picked him. Like TD, that's out of pocket.
Yeah, and I hope the mush isn't back, because I'm pretty sure he picked spam and buttons, right? And then he just went with Kerry Q. So I don't know. Is this the return of the mush?
Return of the mush. Return of the mush. Don't make his. Don't talk to me, user. There goes Taylor, right side, hit him with the juke move inside the 35. Fred T to the 29. If I keep talking, user can't talk.
Nah, man, see, that's one thing you're not gonna do. You're not about to sit up here and throw shots at me on championship night and I not say nothing. You know I'm about to tag Will, like, bring me in. First of all, look at this run game Kerry Q is out here showing all the stick. But if you want to know, Nick, why I always seem to, just have a little slight diss toward Kerry, you saw the kickoff, him doing all the dancing in the end zone, the goofiness. He do that every day. And this is a great run. Oh, look at the Reaper juke. He does that every time you play this guy. I hate to say, he just gets under my skin with the goofiness. But you gotta understand the guy knows how to play Madden. It has nothing to do with the mush. Look at this opening drive. He's going down there. You're sleeping on Kerry Q. He might shock the world.
I'm just saying. Mush Morrison is out there. Return of the mush. Once again, return of the mush. I can't wait.
What a voice. What a voice.
Voice of the people.
Hey, let's just talk about the brilliance of Kerry Q. We've seen Deuce close all yesterday. We didn't even see this single back trip. And he come out these first few plays and just pound them, man. That's why you don't want to play against people like this, who just are comfortable playing off metal. As you see them going to the end zone, finding the run.
Fred TD, Fred touchdown. That was a remarkably easy drive from Kerry Q. That was not one of those grind him out drives. He moved the ball with ease.
I just was like. And this is the problem when you play against a runner, man. Now, Wes is going to have to come out here and actually make real reads. Kerry just hit X, hand the ball off, and hold RT, and use the juke button, the right stick. It's a lot harder what Wes about to do. So this is why when you're a passer, you don't want to play against these dudes, because you feeling like you got to work harder than them while they're working smarter than you.
Listen, Clef, I gotta say, because I would call out user for this one. It seems like you're talking against the Toters a little bit. The Tote gang out there. Let's take a look at Wesley's offense. You know he's going to be airing this one out, Tyler Davis. Devin Hester and Cliff Branch, so much speed.
Oh, yeah, 2 speedsters out there, Devin Hester, Cliff Branch. Of course, he's got Calvin Johnson and that Jalen Hurts. You know he's going to try to throw deep a lot. That's Wesley's thing. He's a gunslinger out there. He might make some mistakes, but you know he's going to sling it out, look for those big plays.
Going to be up to Kerry Q's defense to maybe get some pressure on the quarterback, find a way to make Wesley uncomfortable. It's going to start with those ends. We saw Willie McGinnis a couple big plays.
Yeah, Willie McGinnis on that defensive line. He's going to be able to need these guys up front to get some pressure on Wesley's high-powered gun bunch offense. You see that Wesley here in that Carolina Panthers offensive playbook, switching over to the bunch strong formation.
I'm just saying, back to it. Clef, are you insulting the Toters out there? Are you telling the Toters out there it's not as hard to run the ball as it is pass the ball and you guys are running a bubblegum offense?
Nick, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
it is a
okay.
lot easier to run the ball. It is. And if you say it's not, you're lying. You're lying.
You know what I'm saying? Nick, first of all, I want you to keep that same energy that you got with me. Keep that with Cliff. Because Cliff basically just said, Kerry Q coming out here smashing X. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to say that, oh, I'm tearing Kerry Q down, I'm slandering everything about him. But I'm just stating the facts. Keep that energy with the top of the top.
Wait. I say he's doing a good job of calling the right plays, though. Come on now. I gave the man some props now. I gave the Q man some props. He calling the right plays. And here he come out running a defense that West has never seen before in his life. That's the brilliance of Q.
Yeah,
Did I not call him out? Did I not call out Clef for insulting all the runners out there?
It wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. You already know the way you coming at me.
Well,
you
he's
know
a guest, okay? You got to be nice to the guests in your household.
No, he ain't no guest. He was a guest yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He family now. Nah.
Oh, this
Kerry Q plays defense, screaming at him. 4th and 8, a stop for the Q. How's that for the runner, Clef the God?
And this is the problem. Look how hard he had to work to get no yards. You got no yards. Now, Q gonna come out here right now. He gonna pound him. He gonna make this game as short as possible. As short. This game gonna go by quick. So if you leave your seat, by the time you come back, it'll be over.
It works. It really works.
Handoff. Fred Taylor trying to find some room right side. Dude, I don't know if I've seen anybody use the juke move quite as much as Kerry Q has.
Kerry Q is out here with the jukebox. Do you know what type of demon you gotta be to bring the jukebox in the Final Four?
This is me Shay's a user. This is vintage, one great user, Madden 20 Panthers Club, man.
Oh, man.
User, how'd that Panthers Club go for you in 20?
Hey, listen, this is what we're not gonna do, okay?
Play art.
All right, listen. Yes, I'm in the same boat as Kerry. You're right. I'm running the same bubble gum. And that's why I'm mad. Because I feel like I can be up there every time I see somebody told. I'm like, I can do that. I can do the jukebox win in the next tournament. But somehow, some way, I can't get there. That's why I'm sitting in the booth. And you're right, Nick, I'm watching. I cut your next line, so now what?
No, I actually wasn't trying to. I was trying to sit there and say, Clef called you out for running that in the 20s Panthers Club, and how'd that go? You ended up winning the Panthers Club. I was giving you the trophy. I was trying to pump you up there, user, and you came at my neck.
Well, I couldn't tell.
Next time user play, he'll be in this offense next time y'all watch user play. I promise. He loves what he's seeing right here. I promise you that.
Low key love it. I ain't gonna lie. Jukebox the whole nine. I'm like, hey, Kerry Q just popped West. He was in this shield. I see it right now. I see what Kerry Q see. The holes is wide open.
7-0 Kerry Q with the lead and the ball coming off of a 4-and-out stop on Wesley on his first drive. Stepping left with Hurts. Low ball, Rob Gronkowski down to the 1-yard line.
Absolute laser right there, Nick. A little out route right there from Kerry. And Kerry's cooking right now, getting the defensive stop, throwing a nice little low pass out route right there. He's mixing it up, too, going to some different runs. We saw him with a couple of those inside zones. And he can pass the ball out of that formation as well.
Ooh, but Kyle Pitts is not going anywhere. That strong eye, H-Wayne, tried to get that little Superman animation. And Micah Parsons was there to sit there and say, hold up, you can't go anywhere.
And you see most guys go with the goal line fullback dive. Kerry goes with the strong wing fullback dive. Now he's going to audible over to a stretch out of the wing tight formation. Great tackle from Wesley. What stick work.
It'll be a 3rd and goal as we head to the second quarter. 7-0. The Q with the lead and the ball. Big play here, TD. If Wesley can hold him to 3, he's got to feel a lot better.
Yeah, but you want to be careful if you're Kerry too. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe this is still a run.
It is, and he picks up a yard.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. You don't want to try to force something there. You want to take that 2-possession lead. I think that's a smart move from Kerry. He's not known as a prolific passer. You don't want to make a mistake. Keep it on the ground. Take your 10-point lead.
That's a big stop for him, man.
And he will indeed. Wesley has not completed the pass thus far. Kerry Q has put 10 points on the board. 10-0. Spot in the final on the line, TD. Wesley's got to bounce back.
And what a game plan from Kerry coming out here, getting that stop. And now this is the time where Wesley needs to pick it up, right? He's known for his offensive firepower. Let's see what he can do now. This is pretty much a do-or-die drive here. Even if you don't get a touchdown, you need some type of points on this drive to keep yourself alive.
There's one thing we've always said about Kerry, TD. Dude always looks like he's having a great time.
I hope we see a little more, bicep curl today.
Look at left side, he's got him. That's Cliff Branch inside the 40, 35, spin move inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line, 47 yards for Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley going audible and over to that bunch strong formation. A little bit of a wrinkle here going up against Kerry's defense. Goes to that deep crosser from the bunch side. He's going to do it again. So he's audible and over to this bunch strong a lot right now.
We go around to Fred Taylor, 10-5, down to the 3-yard line, 25 yards, just like that. Wesley's offense suddenly moving. Chat, don't forget, we got some giveaways coming up at halftime. You saw some of the items we revealed. Well, how about getting some free items for your binder? Make sure you stick around for that one. Make sure you're active in the chat and having a great time out there, because I know we're having a great time here, TD. Nothing better than a belt day in the MCS.
Oh, yeah, we got 2 games to go. We got our championship next, and what a play call from Wesley.
It said crossbody inaccurate. It looked pretty good to me. Easy pitch and catch. Rob Gronkowski. Gronk spike touchdown for Wes.
Yeah, what a response. He hit him with the halfback wheel flat combo on the previous play, getting it down, and then he catches Kerry off guard. Goes to the goal line formation. Kerry 100% expecting run. Hits him with a rollout, out route right there. No one was even close to the tight end. Great drive. That's the way you need to respond if you're Wesley Gittins.
And Kerry's going to take this one out of the end zone, and he's going to start at the 13-yard line. One more time, take a look at the play that set this up. Cliff Branch, deep pass.
Yeah, goes to that bunch strong formation, deep crosser. Nice little spin move here, get a little bit extra yards. And then, of course, he hit him with that halfback wheel a little bit later and punched it in on that goal line pass. So didn't take him long, less than 5 plays, and Wesley right back in it.
Fred Taylor back to work. And this Fred Taylor came out with the Team of the Week program right after the holiday break, and what an impact he has had.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He falls forward, he trucks, and of course Kerry rocking the jukebox and the freight train with that Fred Taylor. So has a lot of abilities here, and he's going to use this Fred Taylor a lot. This is Kerry's game plan, and I like the way he's mixing up all these different run calls as well.
.257 and counting in the first half. And Kerry in business. Boy, Ty, Kerry's offense yesterday, I mean, again, I know that game against Volt, it was one of those gummed up games where you're just trying to find as much room as you can. Here against Wesley, Kerry looks super comfortable out there. He said he hadn't played the game a ton in the last week. Said he was going to lab something up. He's got 81 down the field. He looks comfortable out there.
Yeah, and Megatron has no doubt been his MVP all tournament long. You see Wesley getting a little but upset right here, trying to make those adjustments. But Kerry's been grooving, man. He's grooving out here on offense, mixing the run with the pass. That Megatron out wide on one of those like inverted corner route type of plays, little play action. And literally Kerry's been running these same plays for 5 to 10 years, and he just always finds a way to win with them. It's super impressive.
2nd and 7 now for Kerry. The 2-minute warning. Oh, maybe User was onto something, because he has controlled this first half. Talking about game script. This is the game that Kerry wanted to play. Not a lot of time in Wesley's hands. He's already up a stop, and if he can cash in with a touchdown here before the half, Man, oh man, it's in business.
Come on. Get a stop,
Wesley bringing his
Stop this.
defense, able to get in the
Stop again.
backfield and get a sack.
I love that strategy too from Wesley right there. Start to send a little bit of pressure. Single back, it's difficult to, really pick up these blitzes, and you can a lot of times you're gonna get that under pressure animation. And so when you get that, that really helps the defense a lot, because single back, the defenders are closer to the quarterback. You really get some unfortunate.
Over the top, Kyle Pitts, end zone. Falcons fans, you've seen that far too much. Kyle Pitts, a problem in the NFL and a problem for Wesley as Kerry Q extends his lead.
Absolute beam from Kerry Q. Seam streak to the tight end, Kyle Pitts, and he opens it up 17-7 now. What a drive from Kerry.
17-7, $150, plenty of time for Wesley to get down the field, but let's take a look at this replay one more time. Jalen Hurts, Kyle Pitts, two of the young stars of the game connecting for Kerry Q.
And you see Kyle Pitts, he's like a receiver out there at tight end, completely roast the man coverage, and Jalen Hurts with that deep accuracy throws it right on the money in the back of the end zone.
Jalen Hurts rolling right for Wesley, and he's going to look for a big play down the field. Oh, just out of reach of Hester.
Oh, man, you got to think, if that's maybe Calvin or one of those bigger receivers, he might have a chance at that. But, of course, Hester, only about 5'10", 5'11", doesn't have that size. Unfortunate right there because he did have a step on the defender.
Second down and 10. Another big play down the field. There's Cliff Branch once again. Boy, how tough when you're running man-to-man defense is Cliff Branch to keep up with.
Yeah, and this has been Wesley's kind of go-to money play all game right now. Going to the bunch strong. He's got a deep crosser that he keeps hitting, but he also has the running back on a wheel route with a flat to kind of pull the defenders out. So that really stresses the user because you got to pick, do I want to guard the crosser or do I want to guard the running back wheel route?
Look right side. There's Fred Taylor picking up a first down to the 31-yard line. Minute and a half to go in the first.
Yeah, and there you see that halfback in route. Those halfback in routes, absolute money in Madden 22. They do a great job against man coverage. Wesley goes to it, and now the clock starting to work against him here. Only one timeout. Going to move with a little bit of tempo.
Play clock down to 7. Hurts in the shotgun, bunch to the right side. Devin Hester alone on the left side of the formation. Fred Taylor on the left hip of Jalen Hurts. Back to pass. Pressure brought by Kerry. He'll take off with Hurts. He'll pick up 5.
Yeah, I like that from Wesley right there. Shows you that pocket presence. Shows his ability to scramble. Always been really good with this pocket presence. He's one of the best players as far as being able to stand there and make a play. Run with Hurts, use that speed.
It's rolling right. And he'll take off and pick up 3. Step out of bounds. Stop the clock with 30 ticks left.
Goes right back to his money play. I thought he might have had the wheel route right there. If he would have waited, might have had him against man coverage, but decides to roll out, get out of bounds, and live to fight another down. Now, big 3rd and 2 here for Kerry, because if you can maybe get a sack or hold him to a 4th down, and he's going to have to really make a decision. Do I want to kick 3 or go for it on 4th?
Calvin, Branch, and Davis in the bunch. Devin Hester, left side of the formation. Hurts rolls right. He'll take off. He'll pick up his first down, slide down to the 17-yard line, and he will use that final timeout. Only 25 seconds left. But Wesley, 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Yeah, went with verticals right there, which I think verticals is like the greatest play in Madden history, right? If you don't know what verticals is out of bunch in Madden, I don't know what you're doing. And he goes to that, rolls out, scrambles with Hurts right there, picks up the easy first down. But now he used that final timeout, so Wesley's got to be very careful here.
Might be bad defense.
25 seconds remain in the first half. Wesley back to pass. Man coverage across the board. It's well covered. Now looking for a bounce. He's going to find one. It's Taylor. Did he get out of bounds? It does. Look like he stops the clock at 17 seconds. 2nd and 2.
Yeah, that was excellent defense from Kerry. It was a cover 0 across the board, man coverage, but he also had zone drops out wide, forcing everything to the middle where Kerry's user was. So he pretty much took away everything, but Wesley finds the guy late at the last second and fortunate to get out of bounds.
14 seconds, 13 seconds. Hurts rolling right. He'll step out of bounds. Doesn't get the first down. It's going to be a 3rd and short.
Yeah, same exact defense right there. Cover 0, playing that sidelines with those zone drops, but guarding the middle of the field with his user. Great job from Kerry. And now here's where it gets really interesting. Wesley probably has 2 more chances to the end zone.
They go to the tight slots. Jalen Hurts.
Pick, baby.
Back in the end zone. Picked off. There's that out of position Calvin. And going the other way is Carey. Showing off the spin move. Carey Q with a masterful first half.
All right, this
Carey
is big right
Q
here.
playing
I gotta do a cheap
absolutely
little
perfect.
10-yard run.
And
I
for
can get a little
Wesley,
cheap 10-yard
he just
run.
got impatient, guys. If he would have waited 3 more seconds, that post route would have cleared the defender. But he just forced it. Got way too impatient, and Carey takes advantage with Megatron.
Another stop for the Q. As he'll give this to Fred Taylor and take this one to halftime. 17-7. My, oh my, what a performance from Carey in the first half.
Carey Q is in the building. I mean, if you asked him before the game, what do you want out of this game, and you told him you're going up 17-7, he would be ecstatic with that. So this is absolutely huge. You see Wesley really distraught because he knows he had a touchdown right there. If he would have just waited 2 or 3 more seconds, that post would have cleared the defender. But on the other hand, now Carey 17-7 going into halftime.
Carey Q with the defense. 2 stops. Wesley's going to have to find something in the second half. Still plenty of time left in our second semifinal. 17-7, Carey with the lead. User, Clef, what a finish to that half. Wesley's offense seems stuck in the mud.
Hey, this is what we was talking about. Carey Q could come out here and shock the world. Great defense right there in the red zone. Carey Q, he's in a great position to win this game. And that's what I was talking about. Like, somehow, some way, he's in the game. Like, the first drive, he bagged Wesley. He was like, okay. Then the next drive, Wesley goes down there in like 5 plays. And you're like, this is the offense I expected to see. And then all of a sudden, you're thinking, okay, Wesley's back in the game. You get in the red zone. Carey Q tightens up, comes up with a big stop, making sure Wesley gets 0 points.
And I think this goes back to what we talked about pregame, man. You can see right here. This is West just pressing. This is uncharacteristic. This is a blind read. Why does he make that blind read? Well, he's playing against a runner. He's pressing, feeling like, hey, I need to get 7. I can't stop this guy. And I don't know how many times I'm going to have opportunities because he's doing a great job of just controlling the clock. You can see the frustration. Uncharacteristic, but like I said before, when you play against a runner, you press, you do uncharacteristic things because it feels like he's not working hard, and I am.
Yeah, he just had to wait a little bit longer, but he wasn't able to do that. And that was a big turnover in the red zone. Not to get any points. Wesley, he's smarter than that. He knows, if anything, you got to throw that ball away. If you're going to be antsy, you're going to have to at least throw that ball away and make sure you get 3. He's getting the ball out of half. Now he's in a tough position going against a runner because even when he comes out, and we know he's going to get 7, even when he comes out and gets 7 after half, you already know Carey Q is trying to milk this ball game away. And with that, Nick, I heard you got some giveaways, man.
User, yes indeed. We didn't forget about the chat. Let's give away our Javon Curse Mutt items. So we got 2 of them to give away. We're gonna start off with the boss, the standard legend. The winner of that, NY Mets 945. He did it for the Mets. Congratulations. But guess what? We're not done. We also have the 97 overall LTD to give away, and the winner of that one, Uno CWS 13. I really hope that CWS is for Chicago White Sox because we got a little New York Mets Chicago White Sox battle. Uno CWS 13. Congratulations. You're taking home the LTD Javon Curse. Carey and Wesley, they're ready to start this second half. Wesley has the ball. Tyler Davis, this drive seems monstrous.
Yeah, this is absolutely huge right now for Wesley. He's played pretty well on offense, right? He's been going to that same money play here. He's going right back to it. The wheel on the crosser, checks it down underneath to the drag. But yeah, this drive, absolutely monumental because he had the momentum right there. He just pressed, like Clef said. He forced it. He got impatient. If he would have just waited, this could be a 17-14 game. But now Carey in complete control.
2nd and 4 for Wesley. Jalen Hurts in the pocket. Got all sorts of time, only a 3-man rush. He's going to look for that crosser over the branch, and that's picked off by Sean Taylor. 2nd pick for Carey Q. 3rd stop. The defense is going wild.
And Carey absolutely baited him. He looked like he wasn't playing the crosser route just a little bit, but he stuck with it once Wesley threw it. He gets over there and lurks it. And, you know, Wesley's he's forcing things. He's just playing impatient right now. It's very unlike him. And Kerry is taking advantage. Wow, that was a great bait, though. Great lurk from Kerry Q.
Clef, Kerry Q is playing on another level right now. He is all up, living in Wesley's head.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of giving Wes things he haven't seen before. He's giving him off-meta defense, but I think this is more about Wes, man. I really do. I think this is more about pressing. These are blind, bad reads. These are terrible interceptions. It's not a zone playing wild, acrobat going crazy. He's throwing right at people, you know. I think this is all about pressing because he feels like he can't stop him.
So you're saying Wesley's turned a little bit into Presley?
He is Presley. Presley's
good one. Clever.
Very 12.
Nick Mazesco, the new star of The Hangover, by the way.
Yeah. It's not a purse, it's a satchel. Low ball. Kyle Pitts, first down for Kerry Q.
Double coverage, too. You see how good those low ball out routes are. Kerry, he's kind of found something in this deuce close, going to those out routes with the low ball. That's like the third or fourth time he's gone to this in this game.
I'm trying to run
and I'll say one thing. There's nobody happier right now than Henry watching this game. You never want to play against your crewmate. People won't admit this openly, but I'm going to be the one to say it. I'm going to be the one to tell you the truth. Henry don't want to play against Wes. They play all the time. So Henry watching this, yeah, he going to tell Wes he's sad for him, this and that. But he is loving the opportunity to think about playing against Kerry for a belt.
Yeah, I agree. 1,000%. You never want to play your crewmate in the finals. You guys just know each other so well. You know all the tendencies. So you can tell, too, and he's getting a whole kind of preview here of what Kerry wants to do. So you got to think Henry's sitting back, really enjoying what's going on right now. Secretly, though, he won't let anyone know that. But secretly, he's kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, that seems like one of the things you'll never tell anyone, but everyone knows it's true.
It's one of those good luck, bro. I hope you lose on the low type deal.
Exactly.
Yeah, good luck. He shuts the door and he's like, but lose, please. But, you know, double Mabel to the outside. Full Wesley trying to get a stop here on 3rd and 2. Doesn't matter. Fred Taylor underneath picks up 7.
Yeah, another staple, Kerry's offense. You see him right there. Kerry's starting to pick up. He's saying feed him. He's starting to get excited here, and he's been going to those ins and out routes out of the backfield to Fred Taylor. That's a staple of his deuce close offense. Long way to go, but he's in complete control. And now Wesley really starting to get on the edge of the seat here. He needs to get off the field.
And Fred Taylor picks up a couple. Milk the clock. Wesley's not out of this game. There's still a lot of time. I know he's got to find some defense here, but holding Kerry to a field goal here does keep it a 2-score game.
Yeah, that's the most important thing here. You cannot give up a touchdown if you're Wesley. That'll really put it out of reach. And you see Kerry, he's really starting to use his clock. Now, I will say, Kerry, I wish he was hiking at 1 on the play clock if he really wants to dial in. Hiking on at 13 on the play clock, like that's something that Kerry should know better. He's a veteran here. You want to get this out of the third quarter as quick as possible.
3rd and 10. Back to the deuce close goes Kerry. Gronk and Kyle Pitts, the tight ends. Motion Taylor slightly to the right side. Hurts back to pass on 3rd and 10. He'll look underneath for Fred Taylor. And Taylor will fight forward near the line to gain. It's going to be a 4th and short.
And this is a huge decision for Kerry. 1 yard to go. It looks like he's going to go.
There's no decision.
This could be big, though, for Wesley if he can hold him.
4th and a yard. Does Wesley have a stop? Can he find some magic as we're under a minute to go in the third quarter? 4th and a yard. Fred Taylor the back. Hurts back to pass. Wesley out there. User over the top. Wide open. Megatron. Touchdown.
Open the floodgates. Kerry Q in the building. What is happening right now to Wesley?
Kerry Q is out here playing chess while Wesley's playing checkers. 24-7. All Q in this one.
And you know that Wesley, he was trying to play underneath. He only needed a yard, and it was just wide open. Deep posts coming behind the defense. 24-7. Unbelievable.
Take a look at this one more time. You thought it might have been a run. You thought he might have looked for Taylor underneath, but he finds who else? 81. Megatron was so big for Kerry yesterday.
Listen, on a basic level, if you're playing Kerry Q, it's all about Megatron. Offense, defense, he's making plays. He's getting the interceptions on defense. He's pretty much had every touchdown almost with Calvin Johnson. Like, you got to take away Calvin because you know that's who Kerry wants to go to.
Right there. Like, look at that.
User,
That's
what
defense.
are we watching here? Is Kerry Q destined for a belt?
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far, but I felt like, listen, Kerry Q has always had to have something to prove. You know, he got his man up in the booth, Ty, and Ty didn't even pick him. And now he's out here flooding, showing you why. Not only did he make the Madden Bowl, he already did a great run in the previous tournament. But some reason, you guys will not give him the respect he deserves. And here you see him flooding Wesley Gittins, playing immaculate defense. Big sack bringing up a... Come on, man. Big sack bringing up a 3rd and 20. Wesley doesn't know what to do. Shame on you guys, man, for underestimating.
Running back.
User, I had to go into your bag. It's all part of my plan. I had to pick Wesley so my guy Kerry Q could get the win. I had to go into the user bag.
Okay, we can end this game.
Nah, that's not going to fly. That's not going to fly, Ty. This is the moment you're supposed to ride for your guy. 4th and 20 right here. This is the game. It's been the game, but this is for sure going to be the game. This is where we bring the shovel out the trunk and bury him right here. If he gets him off the field right now, 4th and 20, you know, this is it. It's a wrap.
4th down and forever. Needs 20 to stay alive on this drive. Taylor on the right hip, bunch to the short side. Hurts back to pass on 4th down. 3-man rush from Kerry. Nowhere to go. Wait, he might have him. Diving catch by Hester. He needed 20. He got 17. Head into the 4th. Kerry has the ball.
This is unbelievable. I don't think anyone expected this. You see Wesley just so upset with himself. And Kerry is just dominating right now. And listen, you know, we all have so much respect.
Look at all the X Factors, by the way, active on his
all
side.
lit up. They're all activated. Unbelievable. And he's still going. Look at Fred Taylor.
He's got Freight Train active on Taylor.
And listen, we all have so much respect for Kerry and what he's accomplished. He's been around 10, 12 years doing this at the highest level. But we all have to admit, you know, Wesley's kind of on another level right now. But what we're witnessing, it has nothing to do with that. Kerry Q, man, is playing like he's going to win a belt, but we'll see. Henry had this whole game to kind of sit back and watch, but you got to be impressed from what you're seeing with Kerry.
And you got to think, TD, after this game, Wes is going to have some things to say to Henry about what he needs to do to take down Kerry Q.
Oh, 1,000%. They'll be in the Discord. They'll be chatting. You know, we'll probably have a little bit of a break between that finals game, so you know that Wesley and Henry will be talking. Because if Wesley can't win this, of course he wants his boy Henry to win it.
Hurts will slide down to the 3-yard line. Clock ticking away. 32 years old. Kerry Q looking to become the oldest belt winner in MCS history. Currently, Dubby holds that dubious honor. You know, Dubby's sitting there going like, "Stop calling me an old belt." Oh, we got consoles off, we got cameras off, and we got a ball game. Kerry Q is on to the final. He will battle Henry for a belt. Man, oh man, Tyler Davis, what an impressive performance.
Absolute whooping. There's no other way to describe it. 31-7. He handed it to Wesley in the Final Four. He's going on to the finals. Kerry Q with that swagger. He's got a big bag of money coming in, and he's one game away from his first ever Madden championship belt.
And for Wesley, man, what a tough game. And Ty, I'm curious, are these games any easier? No doubt losing games so close to belts, but I'm curious if a game like this, where clearly Kerry just had the better game plan, he was ahead of Wesley at every step, is that an easier game to get over versus one where maybe you lose because of one play?
Yeah, I think so. And you know, I want to give credit to Kerry, of course, but I do think Wesley kind of cost himself in a lot of these spots, right? Forcing passes when he didn't need to, especially end of the second quarter when he threw that interception in the end zone. And then to start the third quarter, he kind of forced it on that crosser that Kerry did a good job of baiting. So you got to give Kerry credit, but I think Wesley just kind of gave it to him in some ways. But 31-7, just no one expected that. Unbelievable.
And what impressed me the most, Ty, about Kerry, we all know about the Kerry Close, his single back offense, but he has done it running the ball, he's done it passing the ball, and this game he showcased that defense. He seems as well-rounded as any of the players that we have seen so far.
Yeah, and he kind of mixed it up too. You know, usually Kerry's been known to just send pressure, but he really mixed it up, played a lot more coverage, switched up his formations, gave Wesley some different looks, really baited him into some interceptions. And yeah, you have to be impressed with the way Kerry played defense, because we know Wesley is just one of the best offensive players. So for him to limit that and then play ball control and really slow down the game was a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I just don't know how you game plan for the offense that Kerry brings, because not only is it unique, but he finds short passes, deep passes, quick runs, counter runs. He has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and you can't just say he's a runner, because he was throwing lasers out there. Calvin Johnson on posts. He had in routes. He had those out routes that he kept loving to go to. He's got the running back out of the backfield that he uses in the passing game. So you can't prepare for him, like you said, because he does so many different things well.
Well, let's bring him in. The winner of this semifinal, and he'll be battling it out for a belt in just a little bit. None other than Kerry Q. Kerry, congratulations, my friend. We talked to you yesterday. You seemed a little bit like, I got to prepare a little more. I got my win, but there's still so much work to go on. With this performance about Wesley, how are you feeling about your game right now, especially a game where you played so well defensively?
I feel good. When I practice, all I practice is against bunch, so I don't practice against nothing else, so I just play against bunch, and I try to stop that. So I felt good about that defense. I've been in it for a month straight, running it, so I feel comfortable, and, you know, those run plays were working for me. I never ran them until I came to this game, and I don't know, it just popped in my head, yo, run these runs, try them real quick. If not, I would have just went straight to deuce. But they were working, so I stayed with it, and then I got, you know, some key third down conversions to keep the chains moving.
Yeah, Kerry, one game away now, and of course, you know, Wesley and Henry have similar styles. So do you have the same type of game plan going up against Henry, or are you going to try to maybe think outside the box? What's your plan going up against Henry here in the championship?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I got like 3 different defenses I could, you know, go to in case he, you know, does something different. But yeah, it'd pretty much be the same, I guess. I don't see why it would change now, you know?
Yep.
I mean, no better position to be in than to be fighting for a belt, Kerry. Congratulations, my friend. Good luck against Henry in the finals. Maybe get a couple bicep curls in. Get pumped up a little bit, because it's going to be a fantastic final for the Ultimate Wild Card Champion, Kerry Q and Henry, coming up in the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the Refuel Show. It's presented by Campbell's Chunky Soup. We're going to have highlights, analysis, and reactions. It's all coming up next. Campbell's Chunky. Lunchtime is your halftime.
What a beautiful evening here in Southern California for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling?
Feels like game day, all right.
Here in Madden Land, dreams are made with the dream team you build.
Welcome to Madden Land.
It's game time, baby.
Rated E for everyone.
One of the best plays in MCS history.
Who will be the champion?
The Madden NFL 22 Ultimate Wildcard is brought to you in part by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Lunchtime is your halftime. Welcome to the Refuel Show, presented by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Lunchtime is your halftime. We just wrapped up a fantastic game. We have our finals are set. Nick Mazesco alongside Clef the God, Tyler Davis, and one great user. If you missed any of the action from our second semifinal between Kerry and Wesley, we're going to take a look at some highlights. Clef, man, oh man, Kerry, if you didn't know Kerry Q's name, if you're just coming in for the first time, you only know maybe the biggest names in Madden. You learned about Kerry Q in this game. His defense and his run game was unstoppable.
Yeah, I feel like he just did a good job of making Wes work, man. He really did. He made him uncomfortable. You know, these guys, especially guys in top crews, they get looks versus meta. So if you want meta, sometimes it's really hard to throw them off their game. He came out here and ran something Wes probably has never faced in his life. You know what I'm saying? So that really threw him off. And then on offense, he gave him a look he never seen before. Starting off getting 7 in the single back trade. Coming right here, back to Deuce Close, throwing that streak. You know, he just did a great job, man, of not making mistakes, and he forced Wes to make mistakes and press all game long.
User, this didn't feel like bubblegum to me. This wasn't like the traditional bubblegum of short passes and wonky plays. This was good old-fashioned, well-rounded football.
Oh, yeah, this was exclusive bubblegum. Nah, to be honest, you're right, Nick. You know, there wasn't a lot of trickery like we would see with a lot of other players. It was just good, hard-nosed football, good, simple reads, you know, running out routes. Look right here on fourth and one. You know, maybe thinking Wesley's going to be looking for the run, looking everything up underneath, catching them back deep with the skinny post with Calvin Johnson. Kerry Q came out here with a game plan. He executed it. He played very smart. He controlled the clock. Great defense. He did not beat himself. And that's what was major. He did not beat himself, even though his offense wasn't the meta. He didn't beat himself. Wesley came out here. Wesley was the one with 3 turnovers, not Kerry Q, and that was the big difference in this game.
Well, we have our final set. Let's take a look at our bracket, show you how everything has mapped out, because we've had some exciting games so far. But today it was Henry who was able to take down Spam Buttons in our first semifinal, 28-20, and Kerry Q a dominant win over Wesley, 30-7. One of those two will win their first individual belt in just a little bit. Speaking of Campbell's Chunky, well, Chunky has some amazing ambassadors out there. One of them is none other than All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor. We had a chance to check up with JT and find out how he and Chunky have partnered up in the community. Jonathan, I'm curious, game day routine, being in a routine so important. These MCS players, they've got what they do on a game day. How do you prepare for, whether it's a Thursday, a Sunday, a Monday night game, how do you prepare for game day? What is Jonathan Taylor's game day routine like?
Once you get to the stadium, then you start your pregame routine. You start your stretching, your foam rolling, any kind of activation series you need, whether you got to activate your glutes or activate your quads. You're just going through that entire prep situation, and it's time to get tape. And once I get tape and then I put my uniform on, I'm taking out my headphones. I'm not listening to any more music. And then I'm just sitting there with small breaths, just normal breaths, and just preparing to focus. Because when you're out on that field, it takes 100% focus for 60 minutes.
Everybody in the MCS, they've got their music that they listen to. I know you've got a pregame playlist. What's on that playlist? What's in JT's headphones?
I do like to kind of take it down a notch, take it down a lot, and just listen to something soft, something that's just smooth. I don't really need to just hear you really pumping me up. I just need something in the back as I'm thinking about my plan, thinking about how I'm going to attack this game day.
You know, you have an amazing partnership with Chunky Soup. You've been able to team up with them in the community. Tell us a little bit about these community initiatives you've been able to start.
Oh, man, these community initiatives have been amazing. So I've been able to pair with Campbell's Chunky Soup. And actually, just a few weeks ago, I was able to head out here in Indy to a place called Second Helpings. And we were able to provide families in need with food for the holidays, which was really important to me because one thing that's really, really near and dear to my heart is being able to help out places that I call home. Being able to provide those families and help with second helpings, to be able to provide those families with food, it was very eye-opening for me because I didn't know much about the community in Indy. Especially coming in with the COVID year, we weren't able to go as many places. So it was eye-opening to me to see how many, families we could actually help, it was awesome. It was really awesome. And I'm thankful. And I always tell Campbell's that I'm thankful that they gave me the opportunity to help me provide food for these families. And just being able to continue year in and year out, though, with Campbell's, to be able to help fight hunger in the world, because that's something that it's tragic that it's happening, but that's our reality. And then I feel like it's our job, people who are willing and able to help and fight that cause. It's just something that we need to be able to do, to step up to the plate.
What better way to end than on that? Jonathan Taylor, thank you so much for hanging out with us and giving some advice to our MCS players.
Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate you having me. And good luck to all you players out there getting ready to go to war.
And then I'm finishing it. Well,
the finals of our Ultimate Wildcard 22 is coming up. Who will take home their first belt and clinch a bye in the Madden Bowl? Plus, we've got some exciting new content coming out on the Madden Competitive Gaming YouTube page. Here's a little teaser.
By the way, this crowd did not want me to win. 97% of that crowd did not want me to win. They were all for him.
Run it back. They keep saying run it back. Never
Skimbo, the #1 Madden player in the world right now.
Playing the #1 player of all time.
You are just simply watching greatness.
See what happens here. This is my favorite play of the tournament, though.
Still a 3-point game.
No one had defense, man. It's just a streak up the middle to fade on the outside that burns cover 2. If you man it up, it'll get over it eventually, and then I throw it down the middle, and I score a touchdown. Remember the rack I dropped in the first half? Same exact play. Same thing, except we hung on to the ball that time. Like that, and that's what I said probably right there after I scored. I was like, oh, we catch that one, Thank goodness we caught that one. Like I said, once they get 30, in this Madden, if they manned them up, once they got 30 yards down the field, you cooked them. And Demaryius Thomas in the slot, he's manned up. People think, oh, you can't throw that. No, you can. I burn him, rack catch. And I'm thinking, oh, we finally caught it. Just that's kind of what's going through my head. Like, thank goodness we caught that.
Everybody, what a beautiful evening here in Southern California, where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling?
Feels like game day, all right.
Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of a game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you build.
Please welcome everybody, Tom Brady.
Welcome to Madden Land.
This week, we lost a legend in the Madden community. Michael Top Taylor was the voice of Madden before the Madden Championship Series. The old school Madden Challenge I used to watch growing up, watching the old videos, and he always brought that entertainment to it, made it so exciting. He got me to love it, and then years later, to be able to work with him was an absolute honor, and we'll always miss Michael Top Taylor.
You're not lying about that right there, man. Top, he had such a big impact on my Madden career, not to mention me stepping up into the booth, man. This guy, he was a pioneer when it came to this. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the stuff y'all see, I got it straight from that guy. That guy was a legend. He knew how to control the crowd. He knew how to make guys feel like they had a chance to compete, even though he knew already who was gonna be the best people in the crowd. Man, you can never forget a legend like Top. There will only be one 69-time grand champ. Top, we miss you. Love you, brother.
Mental health and wellness is so important in the world of gaming.
I don't think there should be a stigma when it comes to seeking help.
For me, mental health is the most underrated thing.
It's important to take a break from that competition to reset yourself.
정신 건강이 건강할수록 게임 플레이가 잘 되는 것 같아서 저는 중요하다고 생각을 합니다.
For me, it's another extra edge when I'm competing and I know I could keep my emotions intact.
My daily routine that helps me improve my mental health is working out.
I think of what I'm grateful for.
I have a cat, I have a dog, love spending time with them.
I take the time to do meditation and stuff like that, just to kind of calm my body, calm my mind.
Practice makes perfect into kind of breaking bad habits and building good ones.
Sleep has been the most transformative thing for me, and it can be the most transformative thing, and it is so helpful.
It is okay to seek for help. You're not weak because you go see a therapist.
Los amigos siempre estamos ahí para ayudarnos, pero sobre todo eso, que no pasa nada por pedir ayuda y que los profesionales para algo están.
You got to worry about yourself first before others. And, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Going to a mental health professional when you're feeling not your best, I can't think of anything better to do, quite honestly.
My community helps me. They always brighten up my day.
At the end of the day, we're all kind of like an extended family. We have to look at each other just like that. Like that could be my brother or my sister.
I promote.
I promote.
I promote.
Yo promuevo.
I promote.
나는
I promote.
I promote.
I promote and practice positive mental health.
The young phenom, Henry.
Henry, as far as talent goes, there's no one better on offense or defense.
In 3 words, how I can describe my game is on the fly. You know, I try to make adjustments mid-game as much as I possibly can. I think that's what separates me from a lot of other players. On the fly is the 3 words I can give. I want everybody to know about me is I really do care about my family. You know, big reason I play Madden. It's the best thing I can do to support them. You know, it's quick money fast, and you know, I try to send as much as I can home. That's definitely the biggest thing I want people to know about me.
And spamming buttons with a huge defensive stand. No one can't believe it. An upset in round number 1. Let's go!
Everybody knows how I feel about spamming. If you're in the Madden community, me and spamming, fun fact, he was one of the first people I met in the Madden community. This was back when his name was Classic Beast. Me and him used to, you know, lab together a long time ago as well, but now he's doing his own thing. He's running trips. I think he's the best offensive player this year, without a doubt. Everybody is, you know, the whole Madden community is asking questions on how to stop spamming, so, you know, he has that title for sure.
Let's go, baby.
I just need to win once, you know, that's really all I care about. We can worry about multiple, but right now we just want one.
From a pure talent standpoint, this guy is on a different level than most guys. He's never lost to get to an EA major event.
Come on, bro.
It means the world to me, you know. I love it. It's definitely something I can brag about, you know. I think I'm close to the record. I either have the record or I'm close to the record of most tourneys made in a row.
Mr. 9 for 9, never missed a live event in his MCS career.
It's definitely an accomplishment no one else has and probably will never else have, so can build off of that and go from there.
Well, here's your last chance to get a spot in the Madden Bowl. Registration is open, MaddenChampionship.com. Make sure you go sign up. It starts tomorrow, 1 o'clock. So make sure you're signed up for a chance to earn one of the final spots in the Ultimate Madden Bowl, the largest Madden Bowl in MCS history. Now, not to deter you guys, because I don't want to scare you off, but here's a list of some notable names who are going to be battling through the LCQ. I mean, Dreeny's got 2 belts, Skimbo's got 3 belts, Kiv's got a belt, Ghost has a belt, guys like D-Croft, Pavin's got a belt. I mean, that is an absolute stacked list who's gonna have to battle through the LCQ. So if you sign up, get ready for some hell games. It's not gonna be easy, but it's all gonna be worth it if you qualify. Gentlemen, that's a loaded list. I don't know about you. I'm going to be having my eyes on the LCQ all weekend long. We know how exciting it is. Only a couple spots left in the Madden Bowl. Clef, let me start with you. Who do you got your eye on in the LCQ, and what are you looking forward to seeing?
Really, I got my eye on everybody, you know, all the top players, because there's a chance for where I'm sitting at right now. I'm going to have to play against one of those guys, you know, so I'm watching everybody. There's a lot of great players out there, and to be honest, just to be very transparent, there's players here who are better than players locked in the Madden Bowl. So, you know, these players coming out, they'll be hot. They're already big names. They got experience. So you got to just look forward and just enjoy the weekend, man, of the best competing with everything at stake. Who going to apply pressure?
And this is just 10 of the top players. Like, there are so many big names in the Madden community that are going to be fighting through the LCQ.
Hey, listen, let's be honest. This LCQ, yeah, it's beautiful. You get a last chance. But who wants to go through this gulag? Look at this list. Look at this list right here. Dreeny, Skimbo, Ghost, Pavin. These are the guys that you're going to have to go through, and you know they're mentally tough and prepared to go. And Clef hit it right on the head. When you win LCQ, you're a different type of animal, because you done been to the fire like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You got the eye of the tiger, and you're going to be ready to take it all. So you do not be wanting to have to play one of these guys, because you're going to have to go through a gauntlet. And these guys, whoever comes out of this, they're going to be on fire, and they're going to be ready to roll.
Yeah, I can't wait to be tuned in tomorrow. These games are going to be crazy. It's crazy that only 2 people make it to. It's just an absolute gauntlet. It's so difficult to get out of it. I'll give you a name, though. I'm looking at Pavin, right? He's been in this before, back in Madden 20, fighting through that LCQ. He made it, him and D-Croft. So those are 2 names that have experience in this. I think Pavin and a guy like Young Kiv, they get better, too, as the year goes on. So look for them to make some noise in this tournament.
Gentlemen, checking my watch right here. Yep. Watch does look correct. It's about belt time. We're about ready for a championship game here in the Ultimate Wild Card. It's going to be Henry taking on Kerry Q. Let's talk about this battle a little bit. Ty, let me start with you. We saw two very different things between Henry and Kerry. What are you looking forward to in this final?
You know, I just like that it's two guys that have completely different roads. They're just two completely different people, right? Kerry Q, he's been grinding and grinding for years, 10 years in the game, never got to that mountaintop. And then you got Henry, who's basically had a rocket ship on his back since he ever first played in a tournament 3 years ago, right? He's destined for greatness. So, you know, both these guys have completely different stories. And, of course, it's all about, you know, Kerry's ball control, playing defense, run the ball, versus Henry, his high-powered offense. And he's really good on defense as well. So I just can't wait for this matchup, man. It's almost showtime.
User, you got to think Henry probably got some words from Wesley of what to look forward to when you got to go up against the Q.
I don't know, the way he, turned that Xbox and that camera off quick, he might not have been answering the phone call right now, especially when you get in that position. You're like, man, listen, you got it. You know what to do, get the job done. You saw the mistakes I made. Henry's a smart player. You heard him. He said his key is to be on the fly. He loves to adjust on the fly. Trust me. He sat back and watched that game and soaked it all the way in. Henry is going to be prepared. Kerry Q, he just has to keep doing what he's doing. Somehow, some way, he plays relaxed. He plays his game, and here he is. He's going to be one of the oldest players in the finals ever. He might be able to set a record if he wins. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, these are two guys I'm looking forward to watching play because both of them need this for their legacy. Kerry to validate what he's done, to be taken more serious because people do take him lightly. He needs this belt. Henry as well. Henry, he's done everything you need to do. He done scratched off every box you have as a competitive Madden player. There's one missing. It's that belt. Now, what I'm interested to see, Henry has the same abilities as Wes, pretty much, on offense. So how is he going to beat man? How's he going to beat it? There's no deep outs. There's no route text. He got those 2 post-ups to stop the sheds, but I'm not sure how he's going to beat Wes. So I'm looking at the underdog, and I'm thinking he got a great chance to win this game.
Well, let's get some predictions. It wouldn't be a final without finding out who you guys think are going to be taking home their first individual belt. Clef, I'm going to start with you. And first of all, I got to say, Twitter has been going wild. Everybody's so complimentary. They're loving you in the booth. So, if you ever stop winning, you got a spot back here. Let's finish it off strong. Who's taking home the belt, Henry or Kerry?
Man. I had Henry at first. I did. This whole tournament, besides when Drini got knocked out, I was looking to Henry like, okay, it's his time. But after that Kerry performance, what he did to Wes, from the defense perspective, I just don't know how can Henry beat man. He got the deep route KOs. He got the mid zones. Henry don't really got the catching abilities. He don't have route tech. How is he going to beat this man-to-man? Give me Kerry in the upset.
User, you're going to stick with Kerry. You've clearly been riding with him ever since you disrespected him. Are you sticking with the Q?
You got to stop that. You got to stop that because I was never disrespecting that man, let's be honest. But, I understand Clef. Clef is dropping a lot of facts, the abilities. He doesn't have it. And at the end of the day, but forget all that. Forget all that. I'm going pedigree. I'm going Madden player. I'm going to eye test. I'm going 9 for 9. Henry has been in this championship spot before. He lost to one of the greatest of all time, top 5, serious Mo. I do not believe, and I don't care that he ain't got the abilities. I feel like Henry says it don't matter. At the end of the day, I'm going to figure out how to get it done. If we got to play this old school like Regs because we don't have no abilities, I'm going to get it done somehow, some way. Hen Dog pulls it out.
TD, you're the tiebreaker. Who's taking home the belt?
Yeah, I went with my mind last time, right? And Henry's the most talented player in this tournament. In this finals, obviously he's the most talented. He's destined for greatness. But I'm not going against my heart this time. I've known Kerry Q for 13 years. We've been in the trenches all over the country together. I got to rock with Kerry Q. I do think, too, he has a great game plan. We saw it against Wesley. Has a great defense that can match Henry's offense. I'm going with Kerry Q to get to the mountaintop.
It's finals time, ladies and gentlemen. Clef, User, we'll catch up with you later, but let's set up this matchup. Let's take a look at our tail of the tape for our Ultimate Wild Card 22 final. Henry, 9 for 9 in majors, 20-4 in Madden 22. Kerry Q, 18-3, his 5th major. TD, both looking for their first individual belt.
It's time. It is showtime. Oh, man, I cannot wait for this. Kerry Q's been through the grind for 12 years. Henry, ever since he stepped foot on the virtual gridiron, he's been one of the biggest stars in our sport. But, Nick, there can only be one that gets the belt.
Chat, we only get to do this 4 times a year, so you gotta appreciate it when it comes around. It's championship time. A belt is on the line. Henry taking on Kerry Q. Let's crown a wild card champion. It will be Henry with the ball first, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Taking a look at Henry's offense. TD, he's been doing some work. Everybody getting some play out there, but that Cliff Branch has come up big.
Absolutely stacked. You got Cliff Branch, you got Hester on the outside, you got Keyshawn on the slot, you got Kyle Pitts at tight end, and of course Hurts throwing it deep. Of course, Vernon Davis too has been a great weapon at tight end for Henry's offense.
What might be the best offense is a great defense, and Kerry Q showcased that defense against Wesley. A little bit of everything, but that Calvin Johnson out of position free safety came up big.
Oh, yeah, absolutely huge. That's been his MVP of the tournament, whether it's offense or defense. Had a huge pick against Wesley. Got some great corners in that man coverage going up against Henry's offense.
What a game. Who's ready? Chat, who are you riding with? Who's taking on the belt? 1 for Henry, 2 for Kerry. TD, it doesn't get better than this.
It does not. Is it going to be the grizzled veteran, the well-traveled Kerry Q, or is it the young phenom, Henry, destined for greatness from the start? You couldn't have 2 different paths, and I can't wait to crown a champion.
On 1st and 10, Henry scrambling. Hurts to the 33-yard line. Give him 8.
Yeah, it's a big opening drive here for Henry. Staying in that bunch, of course. And we'll see, you know, he's really bounced back, played so well in the second half of games as well.
2nd and 2, bunch to the short side. Hurts back to pass, stepping left, waiting, looking, might be looking for something to open up downfield, but instead he will take off. So far, 2 scrambles for Jalen Hurts and a first down.
And Nick, of course, you know, the belt's on the line, the money's on the line, but I do believe whoever wins this is going to get that first-round bye in the Madden Bowl as well, which adds another, you know, $55,000 into their pocket, and that bye is absolutely huge. So a lot at stake on this championship game.
And TD, I'm just getting word. I'm getting some late-breaking information. I have the Rico Williams rock-solid pick. The legend Rico going with Henry.
I love it. Rico Williams chiming in. We'll see. It's going to be a battle. I can't believe Rico's going against the veteran, though. He knows Kerry Q.
But he loves the hen dog. He's always been big on the talent that Henry brings. Big shout out to my man Rico out there. Big shout out once again to all the watch parties out there, to everybody in Twitch and on YouTube and watching this back. We appreciate you guys checking out the Madden Championship Series. 1st down and 10, 29-yard line. Henry, first drive of the game, waiting for that crosser to come open. Nothing there, and boy, Jalen Hurts has got to be getting tired already. 4 carries.
And I'm thinking that maybe Henry did talk to Wesley a little bit, because you see Henry audibling over to this bunch strong. He hasn't really done it all tournament, but of course we saw Wesley just do it in his game against Kerry. Had some decent success if it wasn't for some poor reads. So I think Henry, you know, was watching that game, saw the success he can have, and he's going to it early.
On 2nd down. Looking left side, looking at that crosser. It's picked off. Taylor Mays carries defense. Once again, making plays against 818. The first turnover of the game goes the way of Kerry Q.
Defense has been the story of the tournament for the Q-man. And once again, just a bad read from Henry. The defender was waiting for it right there in that zone drop, and Taylor Mays gets the pick. And Nick, the question is Kerry Q the 818 destroyer?
I see that dude.
Well, there's still a lot of game left. Let's take a look at Kerry's offense. He uses a little bit of everybody, but that Fred Taylor at halfback and that Calvin Johnson at wide receiver.
Yeah, of course, that Calvin Johnson has been absolutely huge for him. But look at that Devontae Adams as well. I'd like to see him incorporate him a little bit more in the offense this game. And, of course, Fred Taylor at running back. He uses him so many different ways.
Henry's going to have to come up with a stop. He's going to have to find something. He's got a Taylor Mays out there.
Yeah, he's got that Taylor Mays. He doesn't really have any of those linebackers or D-line abilities, though, so that could be a question against the run game. But as you see on the first play, Henry has some of the best stick work, too, one of the best defensive players in the world. So I do think it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Kerry in this game to get some offense going than it was against Wesley.
Let's bring in our special guest all weekend long, Clef the guy. Clef, I know it pains you. I know you'd rather be playing in a belt game versus commentating one, but man, oh man, are we seeing something special from Kerry Q this weekend.
Nah, thankful to be here. Thankful to be here. Yeah, this is special by Kerry. And this is what I pointed out before the game, man. Henry got the same abilities as West. This man-to-man is going to give him problems. You have to – this game is about abilities. Kerry did a great job pre-game of just making sure he had good abilities to give these 8-1-8 guys problems. Henry West, they're worried about Shez. They're worried about two-man rushes. They have 2 post-ups. They have nothing to get open versus man. As you can see, that first drive, that was a struggle to even get down there. That was a lot of Jalen Hurts. A lot of them. So, what a big stop, man.
I wonder how many people after this weekend are going to be rocking Jukebox on their halfback.
I know. He's got Jukebox, Freight Train. Now he's going to go LeGarrette Blount, it looks like here.
Who just is a freight train. Doesn't need an ability. Nope. He's just a large human being picking up 5.
I'm interested to see how many possessions will Henry get this first half. You know, Kerry's always aware of this clock. Does he try to milk him off the rip right now and just make sure Henry only touches his ball one more time and Kerry try to get it at the end of the half and score and get ball back? Try to double dip him.
By the way, Clef, what should not be overstated, Henry in both of his games here in the Final 8, he has been down and he's had to fight back through adversity. So that should not be overstated how well Henry has been able to fight against the things that have gone against him.
Oh, yeah, he's grown up this tournament 1,000%. If you can't tell Henry has grown up, fix your glasses, whatever. He's growing up right in front of our eyes. The old Henry, he don't fight back in these type of games. Right here, he's comfortable because he done did this before. So he's still in a good spot.
TD, that's a mistake from Kerry.
Yeah, mistake right there from Kerry. You know, audible too many times. That's what happens here in Madden 22. Get that, that false start for Kerry Q's offense. So, you know, Henry's doing a great job, though, really slowing down the run. You see him there. He's been shifting his line to the left, lining his user up over the right, trying to blow it up, shoot that gap. And he's forcing Kerry to kind of pass against him.
Give me the ball, give me the ball. Tough throw, picked off. Taylor Mays with a pick the other way. We've got Mays all over the place as Henry gets a stop the other way.
Big mistake for Kerry, and Henry is doing a phenomenal job. He's saying, look, Kerry, you're not going to beat me with the run game. I'm going to force you to have to beat me with the passing game. He forces him to pass right there. An errant throw by Kerry. Henry takes advantage. Big interception.
User, what a start to this game. An interception east way, both by Taylor Mays. No one giving an inch out here.
Hey, listen, Nick. You're right. Clef's right. This is an ability-based game. But I tell you, there's always something in the sauce that separates champions. And you see it right here. Henry digging deep, coming up with the big stop. That's Kerry Q first turnover of the day. Henry bringing his offense back out here. Looks like he has things clicking, as you saw in that previous play. If Kerry Q does not stick to that man defense, I promise you, Henry will get the job done.
Second down and 4. Henry almost at midfield. Bunch to the short side on the right side. Now he flips Walter Payton. Or excuse me, that's Bo Jackson out there on the right hip of Jalen Hurts. Stepping right, he might have a man wide open, downfield, too easy. Devin Hester to the end zone. Henry, the first one on the board.
Bombs away for young Henry. What a turn of events. And now Henry firing on all cylinders. Skinny post, solo side, Devin Hester. Big time touchdown for the Hen Dog.
We haven't seen Kerry throw picks this tournament. I think he really dug himself in a hole, man. As a person who try to control the ball, you got to make sure you get points when you get a first stop. By any means. To go down, not get those points, and then give up 7, that's a big swing.
Take a look one more time, Jalen Hurts. I mean, listen, I don't care what quarterback you got out there. They're going to make this throw.
Yeah, that's wide open. I mean, he's got about 5 yards at least of separation. I do agree with Clef, too. Kerry not getting points on that drive when he got the stop just hurts so bad. And then to give it right back, and Henry takes advantage. Now all the pressure is on Kerry here. We're going to see what type of resiliency he has now in this spot. Remember, Kerry's coming off a blowout win where he didn't have to really, have any adversity in that game. So we'll see how he handles it here early in this championship game.
And don't forget, User, you called it out after that win in the second round, in the semifinals, that the one thing Kerry has done this entire tournament is not beat himself. This is the first time we've seen it. I can't believe he completed that to Gronkowski. Another unbelievable completion.
And Nick, this is what I'm talking about, Kerry Q. He gives you a chance. Sometimes you can see him play and you be like, yo, this guy is great. And then other times you look up like you cannot throw that ball up and give Henry a chance to get a turnover right there. Great user catch for him. to get that, but that's a dangerous pass, and you're in the championship. You got to play a lot smarter than that. And remember, even though Henry does not have those abilities, you saw Hester Fry on that skinny post in man coverage. We need to see, that's a dot right there. Great patience by Kerry Q. We need to see if Henry guys can keep getting open without those abilities.
He's going to give you a shot, and he's going to make some mistake. Does that make Kerry the Jameis Winston of the MCS?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know about that.
That's
one.
a good comparison.
I don't know about that one. That's a little disrespectful.
How? Jameson be dropping numbers.
What do you got against Jameis Winston?
Jameson be dropping numbers. He get tatty.
We're not going to disrespect my dog Jameis and put him in a negative light, man.
Jameis hasn't done
it. Negative light.
What has Jameis done in the NFL? Kerry's accomplishing things. What is this guy?
Wait, Jameis missed a 30 for 30. Never forget that. That's never been done.
And he made that dub.
Might never be done again.
Oh, no, man. That's disrespectful to Kerry.
Kerry back to the deuce close. Under center, Gronk and Pitts the tight ends. He's got Smith and Calvin Johnson out there at wide receiver. LeGarrette Blunt at halfback, spelling Fred Taylor. Hurts back to pass. Looking left, throwing left. Tough coverage, tight window, but Kyle Pitts with the catch.
Yeah, that was a really good route combination
right there.
Yeah, that was a route combination from Kerry right there. It was
It's not a run.
good user, too, though, from Henry. Took away the wheel route, almost made a play on that ball, too.
But just think about how much better a situation Kerry could be in right now if he doesn't throw that pick. You know, if this is 3-7, you can go up 10-7, you feel good.
Instead, you feel like you're fighting for your life out here. 7-0 Henry with the lead. By the way, did Henry lower his chair? Is he sitting lower? Like, I feel like each game, we're seeing less and less of Henry. I don't know what happened over there.
You're getting closer and closer to that TV.
That's the lock-in. Hurt steps left. He's going to scramble. Can he outrun Taylor? He can indeed. Jalen Hurts winds and weaves his way into the end zone.
Yeah, good user right there from Henry, but better user from Kerry. Henry took away all the routes, did a great job, was just lacking a little bit behind on Jalen Hurts. Kerry's able to swerve in and tie this ball game up.
Well, we're right back where we started. All tied up 7 apiece, and now Henry with the ball tight. When you're in this situation, you got a chance to score before the half. Are you looking at the clock at all, or is it just put points up there?
Oh, no, yeah, you're definitely looking at the clock right here. You know, with how Madden 22 is, limited defense, very difficult as we take a look at this replay. Good user by Henry. You see it there. It comes back inside with Hurts, though. Swerves in, barely gets behind the user, and punches it in. But I do think you want to monitor the clock here for Henry. You definitely want to use some of this clock to try to make this the last possession of the first half.
7 apiece. He'll dump this off underneath to Bo Jackson. Down at 90 seconds to go in what has been a frantic first half. 2 interceptions, 1 each way. Hurts steps up, finds Cliff Branch over the middle, and he'll get to midfield.
And Kerry continues with the straight man coverage, and Henry found a little bit of a beater right there. He had the S route over the top that forced Kerry to monitor that, so he comes back to the dig route underneath it, which beat the man coverage. Great route combination from Henry.
Oh my God.
Chat, stick with us. We're going to have some giveaways coming up at halftime. I don't know. I don't want to, like, spoil it, but Bills Mafia, you might want to be in the chat. Ty, you want to boot up all the lurks you got to try to win some of these?
Oh, yeah. You guys better be in the chat. I don't know if I want any Bills Mafia stuff, though, you know. Not really feeling that.
User will take it. I know User's already got the kids logged in. He's got the wife logged in.
He's got
grandma logged in.
His 12 fake accounts already.
He's ready. Gonna be a 3rd and 3 now for Henry. Interesting thing we see with Henry, he runs a lot of short side bunch.
Yeah, he does. He mixes it up a lot. He's going to audible back and forth. He's gone over to the bunch strong. He's trying to get different looks versus straight man coverage across the board, trying to create some different things.
And so far, his best weapon has been this Jalen Hurts. Escape artist going crazy. It's interesting. He's not picking up big 20-yard chunks because of man coverage downfield, but he's getting 5-6 yards. It's almost like a rushing offense.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Kerry's only rushing 3, and he's got that man coverage, but he also has a couple zone defenders each play going out wide, and he doesn't always have a spy, as you can see exactly on this play. That's the one thing for Kerry is he doesn't have a spy over the middle, and Henry's doing a great job taking advantage of that, scrambling with Hurts.
We're under 40 seconds to go in the first half. Championship game. Winners taking home a belt and $75,000. Henry got all the time in the world. Set up a picnic, my friend.
Whoa,
so buddy. It hurts. He'll get around the defender. He'll pick up some yards. Give him 9.
I don't know.
And you got to wonder, does Kerry maybe start to throw a spy out there? It's going to be tough with only rushing a few guys. But I think the strategy that Kerry has is good, though. You're forcing Henry to work. Nothing easy right now, but Henry's doing a good job being able to utilize his quarterback out of the backfield and strength.
I don't know what happened to the left tackle, but he got absolutely mauled, and Henry didn't care. He fouled Bo Jackson because Bo knows where to go.
Come on, no points.
And you asked me about that clock management. Look how much time Henry left for Kerry, only 23 seconds. Now, Kerry does have all 3 timeouts, but, you know, Kerry not known to really attack the ball down the field. So great, masterful job by young Henry right there.
14-7. Henry with the lead as Kerry will take this one out to the 25-yard line. Take a look one more time at the touchdown pass. Poor left tackle. He got mauled, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Yeah, halfback streak out of the backfield, a little low pass. Got that separation on the man coverage. Easy throw for Jalen Hurts and Henry, and he's up 14-7 now.
23 seconds on the clock. We've seen more done with less. TD, as he'll go to a stretch run with Fred Taylor trying to get the edge. Look at the pursuit out there. That was Taylor Mays with the tackle.
And that could have been really dangerous for Henry. You see he's upset about his user he dove with by accident, and he almost got to the edge. And if you're Kerry here, you don't want to be, you want to be careful. You don't want to make a mistake and potentially give Henry any points. And you see Henry sending some pressure on him.
Whoa, he hit the spin move, and there goes Megatron to the 30, 25, 20, 10 Hendricks, is he gonna catch him? Megatron making plays.
Oh my God. He got super aggressive. Holy. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, come on. He gave up 7.
Calvin Megatron Johnson does it again for Kerry. What a nasty spin move. You're not going to see better stick work in a game of this magnitude when you need it the most. Henry is absolutely sick.
Kerry trying to audition for Wheel of Fortune because you got to spin to win. And Calvin with the little oops, get out my way. 14 apiece. Henry can't believe he gave this up, TD. Hit him one time with a whap.
He takes out 2 of them, and then he has the jets to get by Ted Hendricks. You can't catch Megatron in the open field. What a touchdown. That's a backbreaker for Henry.
9 seconds remain. What is it with the end of these halves, TD? It seems like every game today, we've had a nice, calm, cool, collected first half, and then big plays in the last 20 seconds.
It's wild. It's like, you can't give the ball back to someone with under 30 seconds because the craziest things happen. And it happens again, this time for Kerry. Wow, what a huge play.
Pitts split to the left side. An interesting look when starting out in the bunch like this. Jackson on the left hip of Hurts. Henry looking for a big play to end the half. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. He's going to take off with Hurts. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He will slide down at the 46-yard line, but he will not get any points. And that will end our first half. It looked like it might be 14-7. Instead, all tied up. How fitting for a championship game.
Yeah, it only makes sense that these two are battling it out. And not much has changed. We started 0-0. We end the half 14-14. We're going to be tied going into the second half. It's anyone's game. And Nick, I think we're setting up for a great ending here in our grand championship.
What a battle these two have had so far. Henry shaking his head a little bit at the end of that one, but we are all square. This has turned into a 10-minute game for a belt. 14's up between Henry and Kerry. User, Clef, what a finish once again to a wild first half.
Let me tell you, Kerry Q is not afraid of the moment. The man got so much dog in him. I just knew Henry was going to go in that half easily up 7 or maybe 3. And somehow Kerry Q comes up with a crazy spin. Doesn't have to burn no timeouts. Me and Clef see him run the ball in the first play like, what's he doing? Is he just going to take it in? Kerry Q comes right back with a major big play to tie this ball game up.
Yeah, that's just Kerry Q in a nutshell, man. One play, you like, man, what is he doing? What are you doing running the ball? Why? Second play, he throwing dots, spin out the whole team, the water boy, the assistant coach, and score a touchdown with Calvin Johnson. And this is the biggest play of the tournament by far. This ain't to get 3 points. This is to get 7, tie the ball game up. And you got ball in half? I mean, the Q-man is floating right now, man. That is depressing right there. That is just deflating to see you playing good defense and we give up a bomb with that little time left, man.
Clef, I'm going to tell you, Henry right now, he's going to have to step it up. And you know, it always seems like sometimes he gets hit with these plays where he has to regroup. And that play right there is one of those plays he's going to have to shake it off and regroup, because I tell you right now, Kerry Q is in a great position. I was ready to come in the half, say, we haven't seen Kerry Q in this position before. Going in the half, down. But he's not going in halftime at that situation. He's going in half tied up with the ball. He's in a very comfortable position, controlled his clock. Kerry Q is exactly where he needs to be when you're going against a guy like Henry.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And when you see, like we say all the time, man, you can't blow him out. Somehow he just keeping the game close. It ain't pretty. And let's just be honest, it ain't pretty. But somehow he find his way to keep these games close, and he making plays when he need them, man. He made the plays versus West. He making the plays versus Henry right here. But let's not forget, Henry has been down before. He has been down. This whole tournament, he has pretty much been down. He's gotten comfortable with adversity. And when a man get comfortable just sitting in adversity, you got to fear that man. That's a man to be respected and dangerous.
Yeah, you're right about that. And Clef, you know, Twitter going crazy right now in the streets. They going crazy right now in the streets, not only over the game, but over my guy, Clefy-ish the guy. You know what I'm saying? We got to see what the streets is talking about. Is it red pill or blue pill, Clef? You let me know.
Hey, let me say this. Hey, Morpheus, whatever his name is, he ain't look that clean. Don't disrespect me, give him props by putting my face on his body. He don't look like this. He ain't this handsome, man. Don't give him that props, man. Come on, man.
You're right about that. Hey, Nick, back to
Not
you.
that handsome. Hey, let me see that graphic. Yeah, let's see this right here. This the tail of the tape, man. The tail of the tape on the boot, man. It's close. This is close right here, man. Let's just be honest. This close.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm done. First of all, how does he get an MCS pick? And y'all gotta picture me once again. I'm just trying to stay nourished. I knew they wasn't gonna let me fly with the Morpheus pick. I just knew it. I heard them whispering something, and I didn't know what they was scheming. They had to bring up the money. They had to bring up the resume. They can't give me no wins. No wins. Look at this. This is out of control. This is
that can't be my dog graphic, man. That can't be his graphic, man. He got to have more events, more something, man. See, this the thing. You was playing in the 90s. Y'all got to understand the longevity is there, man. He was playing on Sega. So we got to calculate everything from back then, man. We can't just do him like that.
That's true. Even though you disrespected saying it was in the 90s, it was the 2000s. Don't do that. It's cool. Back to you, Nick.
Hey. The game has changed.
I'm so sorry, user. I felt like the more out-of-pocket thing was the earnings, but, you know, we'll talk about that one later. We got some giveaways for the chat. That Thurman Thomas item we revealed earlier, these are the legends that are coming out tomorrow morning. We're going to start things off with the standard legend, the 96 overall. Chat, the winner, Unfounded Apollo 13. Congratulations. You're taking home that Thurman Thomas boss item. Now we also got that LTD Thurman Thomas to give away. Gets a little bump of that 97 overall. Look how tough that Thurman Thomas is going to be on someone's team. The winner of that one, Cray Don't Play 20. Cray Don't Play 20, congratulations. You're taking home that LTD. Guys, stay tuned with us. We've got a dump truck to give away. That's right, all 4 of the items that we have given away tonight, we're going to be giving away to one lucky viewer later tonight, so stick with us. The dump truck is coming up a little bit later. Before we get to that dump truck, though, We got a ball game. We got a second half. It's all tied up. 14 apiece for the belt. Henry and Kerry battling it out. Young versus old. Vet versus, well, a 9 for 9 in Henry. TD, I cannot wait to see how this second half unfolds.
Who's going to cement their legacy in Madden history? We're one half away from finding that out. And by the way, I got to stick up for my guy, User. The disrespect.
Yeah, that was out of pocket.
I mean, this is a Carolina Panthers club champion. This is a Madden Challenge champion. This is a guy that has a family. I can't even believe this.
I mean, listen, I would stand up for my guy using more, but I've been put on 2 turkeys and got a picture barefoot. So at the end of the day, like, I feel you, User. Like, seriously, User, we are embattled. I never get anything for Tyler Davis. Every Tyler Davis Photoshop comes up looking good, or he's looking like Aquaman, or he's sitting there all, and we're stuck here getting caught eating barefoot. It's painful out here.
Nick, you know my vibe. Like, I'm always looking clean. You know, they can't find any stuff on me. You know, now I say that, there's gonna be something.
I'll find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm digging through yours and Clef's Instagram so hard over the next couple of days. We just wait for the Madden.
You and User, you're just too easy to pick on. You know, it's just too easy to do. There's no need for me to be.
It's like high school all over again. 2nd and 2. Hand off to Fred Taylor on defense, shown by the Hen Dog.
Yeah, that's a huge drive here for both these guys. All the momentum right now. And people that don't think momentum is real in Madden, it 100% is real. And we're going to find out now. Big 3rd and 3 for both these guys early. And Kerry, once again, sticking to that ground game. But I've been very impressed with Henry's run defense. Every time he goes to those big formations or it's early down, you see him kind of shift his line and try to blow it up. But every time he goes to these passing situations, he sticks with his 3-3-5 wide base defense. But Kerry fortunate to convert. Oh, no. Short.
4th and short.
Oh, why didn't they patch it?
Big play here for Henry. He can shift the momentum back.
Oh, I thought
that's just huge.
Bro.
We'll see if Kerry tries to catch him off guard or does he just go back to the ground game.
Fourth and short to the deuce close. Fred Taylor in the backfield. And it's going to be Kerry passing the ball. And he's looking for Gronk once again. Couldn't pick up the first down on 3rd down, 4th down. He's got it. Gronk down to the 32.
Man, this dude's close is looking good. And Nick, I'm going to tell you a story, right? So back, you know, being an old head, you know, 10, 12 years ago, we're at a tournament, right? And now everyone's saying, hey, there's this, you know, this young dude. He's out here. He's whooping everyone. He's running I form and single back deuce close. And we're like, what? Who is he? And then would you look at that? I think this was 2010, 2012, and 10, 12 years later, he's running the same exact stuff, deuce close, and he's competing for a belt. So that's the one underrated aspect of Kerry too. You got to respect the grind, respect the hustle. He's always stayed true to himself and runs the same stuff every single year.
Over the middle, got him. Kyle Pitts, possession catch to the end zone. Kerry Q cashes in the second half.
I just know
tight end angle route, tight window. But that's a big time laser for Kerry to take the lead.
Got a spy.
Kerry works his way down the field and is now up 7. We can see Henry go back on offense. See Henry, a little head shake. But as Clef mentioned at halftime, Henry is used to adversity. He's faced it a lot. As we take a look one more time, Ron Gronkowski, how many big catches has he had for your Patriots and those Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Big time throw right there. Henry's user was just a little bit behind, and Kerry fits it in there to the angle route. He's able to punch it in. Ooh.
And how about Kerry's defense standing tall? Clef, what a start to this half.
And now you can tell Henry, he's got a little urgency in his game here, going with the hurry up. It was a great click on from Kerry right there. Clicks onto the closest defender in order to get that sack.
Oh, he caught that.
That's a great start by Kerry Q. If you're a Kerry Q fan, you can't be happier than what you just saw right there, man. That's the start he needed. And then to get a sack, and let's talk about the passing. Kerry Q, not known as a passer by any stretch of the imagination at all. He threw that dot, if he threw that a millisecond early, a millisecond late, that's a pick. So that's just next level passing, high level by the Q man.
Oh, that's, what am I doing?
Look over the top, he's got a man open. Cliff Branch has no one a mile around him. Nothing but space to the end zone. Henry with the answer in 2 plays.
And we just talked about Henry's user lacking. Kerry's user was lacking badly behind that crosser, and Henry takes advantage for a big-time throw on the crosser.
Get a stop, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Kerry saw there. I'm not sure what he saw there to come off that crosser, but that's a good job by Henry to keep his eyes downfield. He wasn't really worried about the pass rush, and to notice that, because it's a lot easy to come off that early and just see him using that and come off that. Like right here, he could easily came off that. Stayed true with it, made the right pass lead up. Nice dot.
Clef, looks like he kind of, like, he didn't really come down on the underneath route either. He just kind of got stuck in no man's land for a second. I don't know what he was doing.
Guarding grass. You can't never guard grass, man. Grass not a part of the team. Oh, he got a bomb.
Again, he's got him. You said, TD, get Devontae Adams involved, and Kerry Q said, Tyler Davis, I got you, big dog.
Yeah, first time we've seen Devontae involved. He cooks up the cover 3-beater, had the streak there to bring the zone defender out wide. The post comes over the middle, and we got fireworks here in the championship.
Man, you might call this one a war zone because it's been bombs away here in the second half.
And I'll tell you what, Henry not too mad at that. And here's the reason why. He's not too mad because now Kerry can't clock this thing out. You give Kerry a full field, 5:30 left, it's a good chance you're not getting that ball back. So giving up the big play right there, getting him to the red zone, that's not the worst thing to happen.
Four's up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We're 5 minutes away from crowning our third champion of the year. Who will take home the belt? Henry or Kerry? We're still tied up. No closer to knowing who's going to be $75,000 richer at the end of the night.
Yeah, and guys, I gotta be honest, this zone run that Kerry's audible into, it's just having no success at all. He's got to kind of give that play up. He's 13 attempts for 18 rushing yards right now. Henry is all over the running attack for Kerry.
Is he going a little tight end attack here? Out of wing tight. Hurts back to pass on 3rd and 8. Come on. All right. Eagles fans look away. Jalen doesn't make that throw.
Yeah, Kerry kind of just panicked right there. He didn't know if he wanted to throw the post or check it down to the smoke screen. And that's a big-time stop for Henry right there. Holding to 3 here in Madden 22 is huge. Henry does that. Now he gets the ball. But there's so much time left in this game that even if for Kerry, it's not bad because you know he's going to get the ball back. But that's a big-time stop for the Hen Dog.
I honestly want to score. I just want to score. Get it off the line, score.
You hear Henry right there saying, I just want to score. I want to get it out the way. He's looking for a quick play here, TD. He doesn't want to have to clock this one out. He wants to get the defense back on the field and go up by 4.
Exactly. You score early here because there's just so much time left. Then you get back on defense, and then maybe after that, you try to play for the last possession. But yeah, way too much time here. Look for Henry to try to attack down the field early.
User, Kerry and Henry, 612 combined yards of offense, and we still got 4 minutes to go in this ball game.
Listen, these guys are putting on a show in the championship. And, you know, I hear Henry, he says he just wants to score and get it out the way. But the way this clock, I feel like he probably should manage this clock because he might put himself in a situation where Kerry says, you know what, at the end of the day, I knew it was going to come down to this anyway. Let me go down here and put a score together to get a win. So it's major for Henry to get 7 right here. I feel he should try to take the clock, but obviously he's taking a different approach and saying he's going to trust his defense because that's what's got him here.
He's calling his plays immediately, though. I'm going to catch him.
Henry sees something. The wheels are turning in the 18-year-old's head. A little counter run there, trying to get Bo Jackson going, his first carry of the game.
Yeah, you heard Henry say he's calling his plays immediately. I'm going to catch him. So that means Kerry's kind of before Henry even picks his play on offense, Kerry's picking his on defense, and that's something you never want to do. You always want to wait for your opponent to pick their play, see what formation they're coming out in. So let's see if Henry makes some adjustments here to that.
Yeah, well,
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. He'll give it to Bo, try to find that cutback lane. He's not going to find it. Henry's not scoring quickly. 2:40 and counting. He's got a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, great point. I was going to say the exact same thing. It seems like almost he changed his approach mid-drive. It was like, boom, I want to score early, and then now he wants to slow it down and maybe make this the last possession. So.
And look at him stand in the pocket with Hurts. We saw a lot of scrambling early. Oh, in the middle, got a man open. Bo Jackson to the end zone. Touchdown for Henry.
A little bit of a freestyle right there from Henry. Once again, he caught Kerry's user lacking underneath. And the wheel route kind of it was a freestyle play. Got open over the middle of the field, Henry takes advantage, throws an absolute dot over the middle, and he takes the lead. What a game.
The fireworks keep coming. 28-24. But look at the smile on the face of Kerry because he's got himself a guap drive. Take a look one more time, TD. Just waiting for Bo to make a play.
Yeah, you see that pocket and then the savviness to playmaker Bo back over the middle. Kerry's user was lacking, and Henry takes advantage. Now, Kerry hitting us with the smirk. Does he have something cooked up his sleeve? Does he feel confident? I know Kerry's always kind of smiling like that, but we'll see.
Picked off! Taylor Mays! Oh, he got absolutely screamed at and threw a pick. The second pick for Taylor Mays. Here for Henry's defense. Did Henry just lock himself up a belt?
Henry dials it up in one of the most critical moments. Sent the pressure. Kerry panicked. He threw it to the one receiver that wasn't open. And you heard Henry there, Nick. He said he caught him because he was in a formation we get the pancake blocking, but Kerry ran commit to give himself a chance. Really good strategy from both guys right there, but what a turn of events. What a mistake from Kerry Q.
First timeout taken from Kerry. 2:15 to go, 2nd and 9. Oh, Henry's gonna empty the backfield. He's going, I'm throwing this ball here. Or scrambling with Hurts. Waiting, looking, he's screened out. It stops the clock. User, an interesting call to throw the ball there.
Yeah, man, that's just great D by Henry. Like you said, a guap drive. Was Kerry Q known for being one of those guys coming down, putting together a clutch guap drive for all the money, all the marbles? Henry coming up with a big interception on the first play of the game. 3rd and 9, but it's not over yet. Henry has to cook up a hobble. That's good D.
And he cooks up a one. Who else? Megatron.
Come on, bro.
To the 30-yard line. We're at the 2-minute warning. Henry, 2 minutes away from his coronation.
On the run, rolling out left, a tight window, and he just fits it right in there on the money. And then he has a savviness to dive down. And the reason he did that is because now Kerry has to use those timeouts. So 1 or 2 first downs here, and it could be GG's, and Henry could get his first ever belt.
I can take a sack right here. I'm at the 29 and I have to win.
He is in field goal range. They'll give it to Bo. Run defense from Kerry. So no timeouts left now. Henry will be able to run another 30 seconds off the clock. Ty, are you running it here and utilizing that clock knowing you can get the field goal, or are you going for the gusto?
No, you're going for the gusto. With Henry's talent, with his skill, you are 1 first down away from glory. You're going to the air. You're taking this victory. And for Kerry, this is your championship game on the line right here. You got to get off the field.
Kerry's defense has been good all game. Can he get a stop? Waiting, looking, Hurts screened at. Hurts will slide down at the 45. It's a 62-yard field goal from here. TD, a huge defensive play from Kerry.
Oh my goodness, and Henry dove down a little bit short. That's such a tough spot because you don't want to throw it away.
He's got wind. He's got the wind with him, though. A 6-mile-an-hour wind behind Justin Tucker. 62 yards to take this to a full 7-point lead. Ball is down, kick is up, and if you had doubted Justin Tucker, I don't know what's wrong with you. 7-point game.
Oh, wind coming into play. Henry trusting the process goes down. I thought that would be a deep kick.
Who has the win? Pay attention. Extremely important.
Oh, a little pro tip right there. Pay attention to the wind at the coin toss and everything. Wow, IQ from Henry on 1,000. But here we go. The stage is set. Kerry did his job. He held him to 3, and now it's time. Glory on the line. Here we go.
Hurts back to pass. Screened out up the middle from Taylor. It'll be an incomplete pass out to the right side. Looking for the other Taylor.
And that's the one thing with single back. You're vulnerable to the user rush up the middle. Henry goes to it in a critical moment, gets the under pressure, bad throw.
Minute 14 away from crowning a champion. 3-man rush. Looks to the wheel route. It's Fred Taylor. He will pick up 8. That clock's going to keep moving.
Yeah, remember, Kerry has no timeout, so he's got to go with tempo here. Got to get out of bounds, too, at some point soon.
Taylor motion slightly to the right.
Go get him!
Here comes the screamer. Oh my!
One more.
Clef.
One more.
4th down. Henry brought everyone there.
Man, he playing so aggressive, man. He really playing to win this game, and he managing this clock Just, it's so impressive. How did you know you had the win with you? That's just paying attention to the details. That's what makes this kid so great, man. He's taking that next step right here.
Does Carey have a play? Over the middle of the field, he has a man. It's Kyle Pitts inside the 30 to the 26-yard line with 41 on the clock. He'll spike it with 26. Clef, what a call from Carey Q. He found a dot down the field.
Man, what a call by Carey Q. And Carey Q knows he's the underdog in this situation. If he scores this, he will go for 2. He will. He got him.
Might have him. Might have him. Megatron can't make the catch.
The drama is building. Carey Clutch, Clutch Q, whatever you want to call him. He came up with that big dot, tight end angle. That's been his bread and butter. We'll see if he goes back to it here. No time.
I don't know how much in the middle of the field he can use. That's a quick throw to Johnson. 15 seconds, he'll get a runoff here. 5 seconds, he's going to have one play to be able to tie this game or win a belt.
One play. It's only fitting that the Ultimate Wildcard Championship comes down to the final play. Does Carey Q go to tight end angle? That's been his bread and butter. What does he cook up? Who's going to win the belt? We're going to find out on this play.
I would watch for the double in route. He's been running that all tournament with the running back on a wheel route, especially here short side.
Henry will take a timeout to set the defense up.
So, Clef, if you think if he scores, he goes for 2?
He goes for 2. You the underdog in this situation. You have nothing to lose. Nothing. You know, you're stress-free. I think he has to go for 2 right here.
He'll motion Taylor to the right side. He's loved this wheel route to Taylor. Can Henry stop it? 2nd down and 10. Only 5 seconds remain. Back to pass. 2-man rush from Henry. Waiting. There's zeros on the clock. This is your final play. Can he find someone to break open late? It's slotted! And Henry, wear your crown. King Henry, his first individual belt. He is your Madden 22 Ultimate Wildcard Champion.
9 for 9 in majors. How about belt winner? Henry has climbed the mountaintop. He's the best Madden player in the world. He's the Ultimate Wildcard Champion. What a game. Comes down to the final play. Congratulations to Henry.
His journey in the MCS started back in Madden 20 at the Classic in Arlington. He lost in the final to legend Serious Mo. And finally, Henry has conquered the mountain. He has climbed it, he has conquered his demons, and he has an individual belt. He is your champion, TD, and for Henry, this has got to feel like 1,000 pounds off his shoulder.
Yeah, in only 3 short years, he's pretty much done it all, right? Except that individual belt, and now he's done it. What a start. What a 3-year run for Henry. I don't know if we've ever seen a start like that. Unbelievable. He finally does it now, and he cemented his legacy.
And by the way, TD, I mean, it's a dubious honor. He is now the only player in MCS history to have both an individual belt and a team belt.
Incredible. I mean, there's really nothing he hasn't done in only 3 years. It's insane.
How good must it feel for Henry to see that picture? See his name, to see his face, and one singular word, champion. Henry Leverett, your Ultimate Wildcard 22 champion. And Ty, let's not get too far away from the game without mentioning what a ball game it was and what a run from Carey Q. Not somebody who I think anybody wants to run into in the Madden Bowl. But for Henry, able to conquer some mistakes and find a win. He fought through adversity every single game.
And we talked about that game versus Drini really set it up for him, right? You know, he hasn't seen a lot of adversity in his young Madden career, and that game, being down 17-3 in the second half, finding the will, the fight to come back, I think that did a lot for him. His confidence going forward. He's been playing confident his whole Madden career, but to finally get over that hump now, and he's got to be feeling unbelievable.
Let's bring everybody into the conversation because we've had ourselves a heck of a tournament. Nick Mazesco, Clef the God, Tyler Davis, and one great user. User, 18 years old, young hen dog, has his first belt. And we keep saying first because I think we all expect more to come. He's 9 for 9. He finally has a belt. Talk to me about what this moment is like for the young fella.
I mean, it's major because first off, you got guys up here who doubted him. Clef the God. You know what I'm saying? T, come on, man. You know, Nick, I was not going to let him slide. Y'all was ready to call me the mush. But somehow Hen Dog was able to get it done. It was a hell game versus Kerry Q. And let me tell you, Henry been fighting. He been hearing all the chirps, and trust and believe this interview that we about to see, it's going to be epic. Because you can hear it yesterday, he said, all these people talking crazy about me, like I'm folding and all that. But I'm 9 for 9. Like, you think I'm folding just because I make it here. And now he's climbed the mountaintop. He's finally accomplished it. What can you say now about the young phenom? All the knocks that we were talking on, man, they were petty knocks. Let's be honest, they were petty knocks. That's like the knocks on LeBron. Yeah, man, he makes it to the finals, but he lost. What do you mean? The guy's making it to the finals. You gotta respect Hen Dog. Listen, I can't wait to hear what the guy got to say.
Clef, I mean, you've been in these situations, you've been in these finals, you know how tough it is to battle it out with so much on the line. For Henry to get past somebody, a veteran like Kerry Q, that's got to show a lot for someone who's still only 18 years old.
Oh, yeah, to get there, people underestimate how hard it is to get there, man. It's extremely, extremely hard. For him to get there and then to just defeat everything that he was up against, man. We know, going through his past tournament, his clock management, his situational football, it wasn't the best. And his ability to fight through adversity, he couldn't do that. He couldn't finish games. He came out this tournament, was down and out, battled adversity, fought through all of that, and finished games. So I think you saw him grow up and become a different type of star tonight and yesterday. And I look for him to do way more, man. I always thought this kid, he got the talent. The talent is there. And now he got that monkey off his back. He's going to be somebody that you don't want to run into.
Well, in case you missed any of the action, let's take a look at some highlights while we continue to relive what was a amazing final here at the Ultimate Wild Card. TD, I think the thing that impressed me the most about this game, and I think is the most fun in a competitive Madden game, this was a roller coaster. You didn't think anybody really seized the momentum until there were zeros on the clock.
Exactly. You didn't want to miss a second of this game. Like, you couldn't. It was just so good. Back and forth, offense, couple turnovers on defense, too. The stick work was at another level. You know, just so many good plays back and forth. You couldn't keep your eyes off it. I was glued the whole time. Just an amazing championship battle.
User, do we have to call Henry now second half Henry? Because every first half here in the wild card, he struggled, he made some mistakes, but it seemed like the second half, a different Henry came out.
I hate to say it, you ain't gonna disrespect no man putting second anywhere near his name. It gotta be King Henry Hen Dog. That's what you gotta call him, man. The man has finally climbed the mountaintop in accomplishment at such a young age. I swear, y'all been calling him 18 for about 4 years now. Ain't no way this guy's still 18.
Well, in fairness, about 2 years ago, we were calling him 16. It just seemed like no matter what, Clef, the punches that were thrown by Kerry, and it's not to take away from the game that Kerry put together, by the way, because this was not a walk in the park for Henry. He really had to dig into the bag of tricks to find something to finally come up with that stop.
Yeah, Kerry, he played a good game, man. He played a good game. It just, like I was saying, it's just Henry time, man. It's just the kid time. He fought through all of that, and he's still here, and he's going to be here for a long time to come.
Let's bring him in. The young champion, a belt winner, finally, your champion of the Ultimate Wild Card 22, none other than the young Hen Dog Henry. Congratulations, my friend. You finally put the name champion under your name. You got that individual belt. Talk me through that final drive, able to get the defensive stop, and talk to me a little bit about how much you've grown, especially in this tournament, because you fought through a lot of adversity, able to get to the top of the mountain, but it didn't always go your way.
All right. Yeah, so that last drive, he had no timeout, so I was pretty much just trying to get one quick sack. That wasn't working, but I got him to a fourth. So I was like, let me play coverage here. He's probably expecting pressure. He wants to get something quick and go out. He ended up getting something over the middle late, and then he got in the red zone, and I just knew if I could play coverage that nothing gets open. Yeah, but really, when I want to talk about something, I promise myself this, promise my mom this, promise everyone this. I want to thank God before anything, my Savior. So just all glory to God. Without Him, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this.
Congrats, Henry. Unbelievable stuff, man. You said yesterday you kind of felt like Braun, right? LeBron getting close. Do you still feel like LeBron now, kind of getting over that mountaintop with your championship win?
Oh, yeah, I feel like Brian with the Heat, y'all heard what he said. It's about time. It's about time, been here for a while, finally got it done, so. Oh, man, it's finally done, man. Finally done.
Henry Hendog, my guy, man. Listen, you know they've been chirping. Mr. 9 for 9. They talk all that 9 for 9, and there was a lot of respect that wasn't put on that accomplishment. Now you got that belt. I feel like, you got to have some words out there because a couple people, we ain't going to say no names, but you know who they are. They always felt like you was going to fold regardless. And this time, you're able to accomplish. I'm going to be honest. I don't think we might see you run off 2 or 3 of these things because you're the only guy that we see gets there consistently. Now, I feel like it was just a mental block. Now that you got it out the way, you can get it done. How do you feel?
Oh, man, I feel amazing. I still got a few clinks I got to fix up, Still got a few clinks, but, it feels amazing. And, as to everybody who tried to downplay it, I said it before, it is what it is. I know what I'm capable of, and who really cares what anybody thinks, for real?
The dog named him. I gotta take my shades off, man. I gotta take them off. I gotta congratulate you, man. As somebody who's been there, lost these games, I feel what you felt in the past. But tonight, I need to know what changed about you this tournament. Everything clicked. It seemed like everything you had in the past, that became your strength. What was your weakness you turned into your strength? How did you make that happen?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. It was a lot of mud head to head. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I found a lot of things in mud head to head that not a lot of people knew. So, getting them reps, it's not really, you don't have to play tourney players, to practice and stuff. You can play anybody in the world. Just you get a million looks versus everything, and that helps so much. That's a big strength.
Well, Henry, you've got the drip around your neck, you got the drip on your wrist, and now you got something to go around the waist. You are a belt winner here in Madden 22, and you still got something to fight for in that Madden Bowl. Congratulations, my friend. An honor, as always, to call your games, and can't wait to see where you go from here. Enjoy the win, please.
Appreciate it. I will.
Let's take a look at our final bracket here from the Ultimate Wild Card Tournament. Wild is the appropriate word for what we saw over the last 2 days. Close games, upsets, and a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, it is King Henry at the top as he defeats Carrie Q in the finals. He is your Ultimate Wild Card Champion. And what a day it was indeed as Henry's able to get that individual belt final. Well, we've had a lot of fun tonight. We've given away some items, but I know you guys out there in the chat, you're wondering who's taking home that dump truck. That's all 4 of the items we gave away tonight, both the boss and the LTD of Javon Curse and Thurman Thomas. Our winner, Joshua B. Ramirez 100. Congratulations, Joshua. You won that dump truck giveaway. Your team just got a whole lot better with all 4 of the items listed on the screen. Big congratulations. Guys, make sure to check out those legends. They are live in the game tomorrow. Man, we've had a lot of fun here. I want to say weekend, Thursday and Friday, but we've had a lot of fun. And man, Clef, it's been an absolute honor hanging out with you. You're one of my favorite people in the community. It seems like it's been forever since we've been in person to actually get to hang out. But you absolutely killed it this weekend. Twitter's been a buzz about how fun it is. I just want to know, did you have a good time? Is this something that maybe you might think about doing again?
Man, I can't thank y'all enough, everybody behind the scenes who gave me this opportunity. And for y'all, Nick, T. Davis, User, man, thank y'all for, treating me like family up here, making sure I'm comfortable, making sure I sound good. And, I'm so appreciative of that. And, one day, maybe one day, I definitely want to do this after I'm done competing. But I feel like LeBron, man. I don't know how long I want to play. I might want to play till my son can play in the MCS, man. So after I'm done, though, yes, I'm in this booth, man.
Well, speaking of your son, we saw this video you posted yesterday, and how cool is this? Your biggest fan out there watching dad do his thing. Clef, how cool is this for you, just seeing your son grow up and getting to see the different aspects of your life?
Man, it's a blessing, man. Like, I can't even put it into words. Like, one day he gonna grow up and know, like, Dada was this or Dada was that, it's real humbling. It's real humbling, just to be able to see those moments, man. It put into perspective of why I do this. My reasonings for playing Madden has changed, as you get older, your reasons change, and just knowing what I got behind me, knowing what I'm playing for, it drives me, man, and it touched me. I'm trying not to get emotional with y'all up here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's 3. That's Dwayne Wood the 3rd. Looking at number 2 with Dwayne Wood Sr., I mean, that's just a legacy, man. And just honored.
Take them glasses off. We know you crying. Let us see your eyes, man. Real man shit, shed tears, man. Let us see them eyes, man.
Whoa, man.
It's as cool as it gets, man. It's been an honor to work with you. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to get to work with you for the Madden Bowl because you're going to be out there competing for a belt. You know, Dwayne the Third is going to be watching his dad, hopefully hoisting a belt in the Madden Bowl. Let's reveal our Madden Bowl bracket so you guys know what's coming up in the largest Madden Bowl in MCS history. We still got a little bit of TBD, that LCQ tomorrow and Sunday. Make sure you sign up. Starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern time, sign up. But we've got some great matchups on the horizon. As you see, Henry locked up the number 1 seed. Noah also locking up a first-round bye. But look at some of these first-round battles. Mr. Football and Ice, Wesley and Joke, Spamming Buttons and AI Nash, Carrie Q and Astro, Clef. Sorry, man, we have no idea who you're playing. We're going to have to wait to see who comes out of that last chance qualifier. It should be not just the biggest Madden Bowl ever, but a whole lot of fun to be a part of. Did you like what you saw tonight? Let's run it back on ESPN2. Relive all the magic of the Ultimate Wild Card this Sunday, January 16th at 8 a.m. Eastern. Settle in for the best of the NFL Madden 22 Ultimate Wild Card. Again, check it out this Sunday on ESPN2. What a tournament it was. Henry is your wild card champion, and we have had a lot of fun hanging out. Big shout out to everybody out in the chat who's been with us all weekend long. For everybody here at the broadcast team, for Clef the God, Tyler Davis, and one great user, I am Nick Mazesco. Have a wonderful weekend. Good luck to our competitors in the LCQ, and we'll see you for the Ultimate Madden Bowl. Only 4 players remain in our Ultimate Wildcard 22 bracket. Only one will be crowned a champion. We're handing out a belt at the end of tonight.
When the lights
here comes an onside kick. This might be the rarest thing in all of Madden. Henry picks up the onside. Jalen Hurts. Back in the end zone. Picked off. There's that out of position Calvin. And going the other way is Carey. Showing off the spin move. Carey Q with a masterful first half.
You see Henry sending some pressure on him.
Oh, he hit the spin move. And there goes Megatron to the 30, 25, 20. Ted Hendricks. Is it going to catch him? Megatron making plays. Back to pass. 2-man rush from Henry. Waiting. There's zeros on the clock. This is your final play. Can he find someone to break open lane? It's slotted. And Henry, wear your crown. King Henry, his first individual belt. He is your Madden 22 Ultimate Wild Card Champion.
Hello, everybody. What a beautiful evening here in Southern California where all the stars are out for the grand opening of Madden Land.
This park has everything, including Jalen. How you feeling?
Feels like game day, all right.
Then there's the pressure cooker. It's one heck of a ride. The rush of adrenaline, the joy, and the chaos of a game day experience. It's all right here. Aaron.
Here, you can literally ride momentum. And dreams are made with the dream team you build.